chat. Hope everyone's having a good day, good night, good evening. You know, whatever time of day it is for you.
Yes.
We are going to talk about ChibiReviews tonight and a guy called Internet Anarchist. Or
Yes,
as some people have started to call him, Internet Plagiarist.
I think what's really funny about this is I actually watched Internet Anarchist for a time, and then I just stopped, and now I know why.
Changed your mind?
More like anytime what is it? It's like this happens like clockwork. Anytime I'll have like a bad feeling, or I'll just unintentionally just stop watching someone's content, and then either a year, 2 months down the line, they'll get in trouble for something really stupid, and then I'm like, oh, either really something stupid or something really serious.
True. Thank you, Crazy Koala Man, for the super. Says this is gonna be good. And thank you, Artemis, for the super. Says we need an hour section for Kendra versus the world. Remember when he would overuse and was critical in his video? So,
Yes.
I have seen this. Kendra has not seen this.
I intentionally did not.
So Kendra is going to be surprised. Some of you are going to be surprised, because some of you have already said you haven't watched it either. It's by Internet Anarchist, and it's called How This YouTuber Ruined His Life in 3 Days. To point out, by the way, this is the second upload of this video. He deleted the first upload because he started the video with 2 images of tweets that were completely fake.
ChibiReviews is a
and his explanation for it is this is a re-upload. The original briefly showed a fake tweet from Chibi as a background asset for about 6 seconds. It wasn't in the script. An editor sourced it independently without realizing it was fake, and it got past review. That's on me. I caught it within 10 minutes of uploading and applied a blur, but a YouTube Studio bug applied that blur across the center of the entire frame instead of just the asset. Rather than leave the video like that, I took it down this morning and re-uploaded a clean version. To point out, he says this like it's no big deal. He's like, oh, it's fine, brother. It was just like a fake tweet. It's kind of whatever. I blurred it. It's all good. It was a tweet that was claiming to be from Chibi, where he said that he was looking for lollies in a Walmart.
Yeah.
It's like you can't just say like, oh, it's just a little fake tweet. That works when it's some like dumb shit, like it's a bad joke or something. Not when you're accusing somebody of being a child predator in the tweet. Fuck off, bro.
So I have not seen the video, but I have seen a Spiritus video on it. And even he called it out, being like, bro, number one, he's lying about the YouTube video editor thing, because for some reason it's always, oh, my editor did it with these people. Like, bro, shut up. Number one, I've used the YouTube blur feature before, or the cutting feature. That stuff is tedious to work around. That stuff is painful to work around. You did not go in there and be like, sorry guys, it was a YouTube bug. No, you just fumbled. And I know that because I fumbled several times with that thing, just cutting, clipping and stuff, let alone applying blurs and stuff like that, or editing out music. You're just you're just dumb. Stop lying. It's not that hard. Just say I screwed up editing.
Guys, it was a YouTube bug. I'm actually really professional with the YouTube editor, guys. So it was just a YouTube bug. I had to re-upload it. The comment, he had to try and say something like that, because the common theory was he deleted it and re-uploaded it to try and like mass delete all the messages that were calling him out. Which didn't work. All the messages are still calling him out.
Oh yeah, no, literally everybody in the comments was against him, because even though I didn't see the video, I love a good comment beatdown.
But now Kendra gets to see the video and learn why this is so bad. So I hope you're all excited, chat.
ChibiReviews is a 31-year-old anime YouTuber. He's also a self-admitted lolicon and enjoyer of
We're gonna do cats and dogs?
I have to point out, I find it hilarious that he censors all of these. Chibi hasn't censored like any of these. He's censoring these. It's so
Wait.
weird.
Are you playing the video?
Yeah, it's on Watch Together.
Hold up.
Did you leave the room? Yeah, you left the room.
I was in the room and for some reason it just played the cats and dogs video.
Oh. Is it the Chibi review video now?
Yeah, I had to reload the page.
ChibiReviews is a 31-year-old anime YouTuber. He's also a
So we have this one. Somebody says we need more problematic lolly anime, and he says Chibi replies we need more problematic lolly and incest anime. Which I'm pretty sure the Internet Anarchist is the one that blurs this out. I don't know why you blur out incest. Like, it's whatever, brother.
You see, YouTube might flag me for putting incest in my video in the first 10 to 8 minutes.
a self-admitted lolicon and enjoyer of cartooning. Don't
Why can't you just say it? Just say the word. Say the word, brother. Incest.
But if I say the word, the YouTube algorithm will hide my video.
Oh, it's so cringing, Gary. Thank you, Dark Resurrect. Says, ironically, the Chibi video did more damage to Internet Anarchists than being exposed for plagiarism. The thing is, nobody really cares about plagiarism, right? Because typically, the video is transformative enough that it's kind of like, okay, so he used the same fact pattern as this, like, article. Who really cares?
Here's the thing. Plagiarism only works when the person is already in trouble. A good example, or like prides themselves as, oh, I get the facts and stuff. A good example is Illuminati, who was also in that same plagiarist video, because she wouldn't just plagiarize like she stole someone's information and how they got it. She literally would verbatim say word for word what the sources were saying and then just not credit anybody. Or they would go around and fake hate rant and make hate comments about other people in their MLM field. And it's like, brother, you're weird and creepy. That's why plagiarism is bad. But if you're someone like Internet Anarchist, it's like, there's like 50 other people I can watch besides you. Like, I'm not going to be affected by that.
Yeah, like, you're not special. Everybody does YouTube drama these days. You're going to have a little more than that, brother.
Exactly. And that's the funny thing with these people, because they think, oh, I'm clearly the pride and joy. People love me. It's like, no. I've like found like other people besides you that are like even more entertaining and have more personality. And they don't even have high quality editing. They're just like, hey, so this is just going on. And yeah, it's kind of bad.
worry, this isn't a big secret or anything. Taking one look at his Twitter page reveals that he has happily let the world know these facts about himself around 30,000 times.
Nobody cares.
You noticed that, right?
What?
In the clips he was cycling, the tweets he was cycling through?
I don't know. I do know that he used this one at least 3 times in cycling the clips. So what he's actually done is he found like 10 clips, and then he's just cycling the same 10 over and over again.
Yeah. Well, you see, clearly Chibi is bad because he just cycles through everything again and again and again.
Actually, here, we're gonna try this. Oh, it's not going to let me do it.
ChibiReviews is a 31-year-old anime YouTuber. He's also a self-admitted lolicon and enjoyer of cartooning. Don't worry, this isn't a big secret or anything. Taking one look at...
About to get a lot of flack for this, but there it is. Lolly does not mean you're a pedophile. Why is it the first one you would show or swap to? Also, because the slowdown thing hurts my ears, I'm just going to have it muted while we look at the different tweets.
Oh, no, I get it.
Yeah, see, he did show this one multiple times, so I'm right. Oh, now he... Jesus. Reminder that incest and lolly content within anime helps keep the tourist away. I have to slow it down even more, apparently.
Are you sure? You don't have to, like, slow it down that bad.
Are you sure?
trust me, I've had to use the slow down, sped up feature like multiple times, even during music when analyzing stuff.
It is on 0.25. Look how quick it goes.
Oh, dang.
It is on 0.25.
He really didn't want people to analyze this.
Yeah, I could tell he's done this one multiple times. Imagine Deku with his lolly backpack versus Gentle with his lolly handbag. That fight would be fire. Problem, yeah, same one you showed at the start. Showed that one again. Showed this one at least 3 times now. Yep, there's that one again. It's easier to tell. You really are. You're cycling the same pictures over and over again. You have, like, I think 7 or 8 actual pictures. And then you're cycling super fast so nobody can tell, like, that you're reusing the same images repeatedly.
He would have had just more evidence, quote unquote evidence, if he just did that one clip antis where like antis of GB were cycling around like 1 or 2 years ago when he literally was like, all right, my brothers, I love lolly.
Yeah. Like, it would be one thing if you were just using this as a background example, but you literally 5 seconds ago said, well, you know, Chibi has 30,000 tweets that mention lolly. Okay, so are you showing 10?
Because
also, where do you get 30,000 from? Did he just, like, pull that out of his ass?
Isn't that what most of these people do?
I could have swore there was a way to, like, check how many tweets somebody's made before.
You can, what is it? If I remember correctly, it's just literally scrolling up. Was it scrolling down and then like them showing it at the top?
Because 30,000 sounds like a lot, though he has been around for a hot minute, so.
Yeah. What is it? Over a decade? That I do know.
Yeah. He has 70,000 posts. So he is accusing about half of all Chibi's posts to include the word lolly in it. I don't buy it.
Well, number one, that would have to include all of his tweets from even when he started YouTube back in the day. And that's impossible.
Yeah.
Because Twitter wasn't even that big back then.
Facts about himself.
Oh
Around
He really should not have used pictures, by the way, because you can tell because of the pictures that he's reused the same images over and over and over again because they keep popping up on screen.
Yeah. I think he's getting desperate, chat.
Thank you, Internet Zen Master. How about of a smear job are we looking at here? Mizu, Nicandros level or worse than that? I think it's kind of worse than that.
No, you see, Nicandros, well, I actually would say Nicandros at least tries to have a point, even if it's really, really stupid. I had to take a second to remember who he was. At least Nicandros tries to... Yes. At least he's, like, trying to make a point with, like, actual... What is it? Nick Andros' issue is the fact that he digs too deep with, like, the dumbest things. Like, he's in too deep with his own, like, conspiracy theories. Yeah. And this guy just literally popped all this in and was, like, looked at the most surface level stuff. He doesn't even like any of the things he's talking about. He's just looking at it all surface level and being like, guys, I think I've struck gold.
30,000 times. If you're not a terminally online Twitter user, you may recognize him as the guy whose wife cheated on him with his best friend.
He says that like that's that's something that has only ever happened to Chibi. It's so weird. You might recognize him as the guy whose wife cheated on them. Okay, brother, you're gonna have to narrow that shit down by like a lot.
I get it because it went viral, but I mean, like, I forgot about it.
Yeah.
Because it's none of my business. Like, I was like, all right, this is a lot more than I can handle, so I'm a dip.
Which, after this information came to light, the rest of his friend group cut him off.
I discover my fiance cheating on me with my best friend of 10 years.
At first, when I heard about Chibi, I thought this was essentially it when it came to his lore. Anyone giving the situation a cursory glance would probably assume the same. However,
It pretty much is. What are you talking? First off, you cannot convince me that this guy did not know Chibi before this moment. This chronically online retard is claiming this is the first time he's ever heard of Chibi.
My thing is, I could understand if someone has not heard of Chibi, because you would pretty much have to be like in AniTubing YouTube to know who he is. Or, as we will likely talk about later, if you're terminally online and in a certain green Reddit.
Yeah.
I couldn't have been more wrong. Digging into the backstory of Chibi not only reveals a deeper, sick look into his brain, it also reveals a history of lawsuits, borderline scam fundraisers, the FBI, and most recently, his brother being turned into a chair.
See, that alone just makes you a piece of shit, saying that.
Yeah.
Because you say it like it's a joke, but even if, like, let's imagine that Chibi just is like a genuine piece of shit, right?
Yes.
Let's do that for just a second. You are still like making fun of defiling a dead person's grave just because they happen to be related to Chibi. Is that really the hill you want to die on?
My thing is like it's just, what is it? I think this screenshot is pretty much like indicative of like the issue, because the one thing nobody else has pointed out is he didn't censor the name.
Yeah.
Like, you could have censored the name. Like, this is like convincing of me, at least for me. Like, you browse green Reddit. You're one of the people that likes to talk bad about him, but then you use your YouTube status to do this. And because now we have a name and face, everyone's making fun of you because you're a loser.
Yeah. It's like such a shit thing to do. It's a dead man.
Like the other Chibi haters, like they're like anonymous, and it's like frustrating because they are anonymous. We actually know what you look like, and we actually know what you do as a job. You're not special. In fact, you don't even have a proper fan base. You're a YouTuber who talks about other people's drama. And then when you tried fighting with Chibi on Twitter, you just came off like a bigger, dumber loser.
Yeah, exactly.
You know I'm about to get a lot of flack for this, but here it is. Lolly does not mean you're a PDF file. My stance will never change.
Say pedophile. If you're actually doing activism, just fucking say the word. I'm tired of you cringe-ass hoes with these massive followings who just refuse to say it. Jesus Christ.
On this, because watering down words only helps actual criminals, aka PDFs. If you find it weird, so be it. People have a lot of mixed stances on this, and that's fair. However, let's not help people that do actual crimes get away with hurting others. Anyways, that's my stance. Hate me if you want.
World's most normal statement ever.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gary, for the super. Chibi's fiance was a snake, best friend was an arsehole, and friends groups are spineless. How is this an own? It's just more sad than anything else. That's the thing with the cheating thing, right? It doesn't really matter how good or bad Chibi was. Nobody likes a cheater. Like,
it's like, he got cheated on. It's like, yeah, she's we should get rid of her.
Yeah. You have to think about it. You're siding in this story with people who cheat on their spouses, friends who help cover up that cheating, people who make fun of defiling dead people's graves. That's the side you've chosen to stand on. Why?
Well, clearly you don't understand. Chibi is cringe.
Ugh.
We need more problematic lolly and anime, fictional is hot. Lollies are a body type. Drawings aren't real. If you think fiction is real, you're a schizo. These are just some, but not even close to all of the tweets directly from Chibi's Twitter account. Chibi is an avid lolly defender.
Is that it?
Base.
Do we not have like a follow-up to that? It's just like, these normal statements exist.
Based?
And he makes no question about it. For those of you that don't know, and lucky you, lolly is a genre of manga, anime, or artwork that depicts young or young-looking characters in a sexualized manner.
To point out, people always include the sexualized manner. That has never been a part, like a specific part of lolly. Also, they always say lolicon. Lolicon is the fans, mostly.
Yeah, it is.
The characters
But I can tell.
ultimately
Oh no, you go.
Why are we showing this character?
portrayed as prepubescent or very young girls, sometimes in
Wait a minute. Oh, he chose that one. I know why he chose specifically that one. That's the one that got him in trouble when he first got caught. Not the Gabby one, the other little girl from Daddy
why this
Buddies,
character?
because that was a hot thing. So, what is it? I think on the thing. Okay. Abby, not Gabby. Gabby makes no sense because that's not a lolly. That's an actual child soldier.
I'm just confused why this one. Because they're different shows, aren't they? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
You can tell.
That's Attack on Titan.
That's what I thought. I didn't want to say it. Because Attack on Titan does the weird line thing in the shadows.
Yeah.
I have no idea why he included this Attack on Titan character. Like, I just...
It's the same people that use elves. Like, well, clearly that's a lolly. It's like, no, they're specific. You're just stupid and uneducated.
as prepubescent or very young girls.
And then this one.
That's the little girl from the so it's a Spy Family clone, but it's actually a really sweet series called Buddy Daddies about two assassins.
It's the two dads.
Yeah.
I've watched some of it. I have only watched like 2 episodes though. I haven't like sunk my teeth into it.
It's basically cute. It's a Spy Family clone. It's like a Kabinari. It's like you either like it or you think it's okay.
Fair.
So the thing is, I know about this specific. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
What is it? The thing is, I know about this specific thing, and he included this on purpose, which I know which is why I believe he is like he knows more about Chibi than he's letting on. Because the reason why Chibi got in trouble in in more recent is because it started with Buddy Daddies. Because what ended up happening was that his aunties got in his Discord. Back when he still I think he still has a Discord, but he deleted it at the time, where someone in his chat talked about this specific scene and this character's butt. And what happened was that he ended up deleting the server, and this was the start of Chibi versus his aunties, because they were like, well, clearly you're a pedophile because of this specific character.
Yeah.
Context that
You can't censor that much. You don't even know what you're saying at that point.
young girls, sometimes in context.
You can't. You literally can't tell what you're saying.
Egg what?
I think he's trying to say sexually explicit.
Okay, bro.
You can say explicit, though. But since when can we not say explicit?
I think he's just being cringe in game, Mizu. It's okay. We can all admit it.
Fuck. Thank you, Gary. Gonna be honest, I neither love nor hate Lolly. I'm mostly indifferent to them. I just don't understand the moral crusade. Some people feel like they need to go on about banning it. Exactly. Also, thank you, Rolando, for the gold coin.
Here's the thing. I've said this multiple times. I'm someone who likes lollies, but I don't like the sexual aspect. That being said, I'm not going to police that because that means I have to look at stuff I don't want to look at. So I might as well just go to the safer work side and just live my life. That's what these people don't have.
Yeah, Yeah, human garbage says, "Man, I hate censorship." No, it's so dumb. You can't. Because when you do it that much, people don't even know what you're fucking saying, dude. Also, thank you, Alpha Typhoon, Internet Anarchist, aka moral fagging douche.
This is true.
The term originates from Japan, where the genre has a controversial presence, but it has also spread to other parts of the world through various forms of media. Despite what Chibi says, it is.
Why Brazil?
This
is like such an interesting choice of places. Sorry, chat, you can't see it behind me, but behind me is Australia. But he marks Japan as exporting it to Russia, China, Australia, the United States, Canada, the UK, and Brazil.
I'm not shocked about that because, shockingly enough, Japan has like a long history with Japanese immigration. So there's that, but I don't think he's educated enough to know that.
I'm like, why not Mexico? You know, the Goku capital of the world.
Screw Mexico. Who cares about Mexicans?
And what, like nowhere else in Europe, just the UK?
Illegal in other countries like Canada, and a legally grey area in the United States.
So to point out, it is not legally gray in the United States. It is explicitly allowed. The one Supreme Court case we have about this is like literally word for word, yeah, no, it's legal. I've also been sent the law in Canada. The law in Canada actually is very legally gray, but it's a lot closer to the American version than people would like to admit. It's just how they apply it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Zen. Lord Almighty, this TikTok level of censoring is getting out of hand. I'm indifferent to lollies for the most part, but the moral fagging is exasperating.
Here's the thing, you gotta remember, the reason why if it was morally gray, then that means we'd have to get rid of The Simpsons and Family Guy, and you know Disney will just freaking lobby to keep both of them.
Oh, you'd have to get rid of South Park for sure.
Yep. You would have to get rid of most American shows if you ban lolly, and some people are just not willing to go for that.
Yeah.
Despite not being explicitly illegal in the US, it is a very, very contentious topic that gets people very fired up. Chibi doesn't just make tweets about lolicon though, he also participates in it himself.
You can't say something is legally gray just because people fight about it. That doesn't make it legally gray. People fight about drug use in the United States a lot. It's not legally gray, it's still just flat illegal.
Not only that, but like he's like, oh well, you see, it's a contentious thing, and it's like mostly on Twitter.
Yeah.
Be like, people fight about this all the time. Yeah, if you're terminally online and on Twitter.
I wish he would have a source for it, chat, because he would 100% bring up the Protect Act. It's always funny when people bring that up.
Nah, they're starting to get a little bit too smart now. They're like, we can't use the Protect Act anymore, guys.
After building up a reputation and cultivating an audience of viewers that have a similar view of lolicon as him, he either commissioned or a fan went out of their way to draw a lolly version of his avatar, woke up to a finished version of Bratty Chibi. Afterwards, he encouraged other artists to make not safe for work versions of this artwork, and someone actually did make a sexual version of his lolly avatar after a few days. Lolly isn't the only thing Chibi is vocal about loving, however.
This is a side note. I hate when people do this with like they have the cutout picture of somebody and they like make it move for some reason back and forth.
Yes.
I think it makes my head hurt for some reason.
I only say it depends on the software because there are funny versions of it out there.
Fair. Thank you, Gary. Says, can only surmise that it's because Brazil has the largest amount of people of Japanese descent outside of Japan, followed closely by Peru and the USA, which is a fair point.
Yes.
If there was a second place in the category of things Chibi loves talking about gooning to, it would have to be Chibi's interest in
Just say incest. Holy shit. I'm telling you
like
right now, if you're worried about demonetization, lolly is gonna do you in faster than incest will. 100%.
Here's the thing. As someone who, like, again, I put stuff like on this in the background sometimes, or I do actually look at it on screen. But if I'm looking away from this, I'm gonna be like, they're gonna be like, and he's into blank, and I'm like, he's into what?
So I was just sent an envelope for 650 joules, which I would have read anyways, but I stopped everything to read it really quick because it actually covered my entire chat with like this envelope opening and a little star popping out of it.
Oh, cool.
They've added little animations and everything.
Yeah, well, they did.
Why does he only sometimes censor lolly? I have no idea. He's an idiot.
Something about trying not to get demonetized, but not getting too demonetized.
Yeah.
Has really become a part of his online persona this year, but it's not exactly new. He's been hinting at it for a long time. Back in a 2017 video, someone asked him about his preferences, listing things like demons and NTR. This was his response.
Oh yes. Demons, NTR, what are your preferences? Okay, so I've said already there's many things I don't want to confirm anymore, but I will give you this. One, maybe two of those things you just mentioned I might be in.
By the way, NTR means a genre of where someone cheats on someone else. So basically, cuck. In hindsight, that is a pretty funny question. However, Chibi has said before that he's on the fence about NTR. So by process of elimination, it's pretty obvious incest was one of the things he was talking about.
Do you have to go through like this whole like path to get to incest? We know it's incest. It doesn't fucking matter. What are we doing?
Also, I'm like, okay, I mean, this is just a funny Q&A video. This is like a whole... People forget that for like a point in time, most AniTubers just had a genre of, I'm answering your questions. And they would give either the serious response or the funny response. This is like a mix between both of them. Why are we taking this so seriously? Oh my god.
Well, thank you for the raid, Magma. It's appreciated.
Hello, Magma.
Even so, aside from that clip and a few random tweets, he didn't bring it up much for years. That changed on March 6th, 2025, when he suddenly decided to tweet about it more openly. In anime is based, and tired of people pretending it's not. The timing isn't random, it lines up with the kind of persona he's been building. Part of his whole act around that time, and even now, is going after tourists. Basically, people who don't like lolly or underage characters.
Stop censoring everything. Like a holy, you not even, there's not even sentences anymore. It's just stuff like,
Did this idiot just use AI overview and Reddit just to talk about gatekeeping in forest?
So I want to point this out really quick because I've talked about this before. There's a huge reason why the AI overview is fucking garbage. And that's ignoring that it is, first off, an AI overview. The AI overview, what it does is it finds what it thinks is the most popular page related to your search query. And it bases its entire understanding off the subject you just asked it about by the first couple of sentences on that page. I make fun of it because when you ask it about legal questions, a lot of lawyers have like a tendency to give you the incorrect answer before going into the correct answer. So if you ask AI overview about any legal questions, it has almost a 100% hit rate of getting it wrong because it is basing it off those first couple sentences. So any page where somebody gets the answer wrong the first time and has to be corrected, the AI overview is going to get it wrong because it's only reading those first couple sentences. It is a horrendous system. It is genuinely worthless. It's horrible. It's not real Googling.
That implies that this guy knows how to Google.
Yeah. Like, and it kills me that you're showing that it's the AI overview. So you're just telling everybody, yeah, I literally did like no research on this at all.
Look, guys, I'm stupid.
Thank you,
Like,
Internet.
we have people explaining it on Oh, sorry.
Well, he said, dear Lord, you were right about him being worse than Nicandros Kendra. At least when the furry went after Nux and Leaflet, he had a shred of evidence to use. Oh, and he didn't censor every other word.
Again, like I said with Nick Andros, again, he was just, what is it? It's like when you make a Google Doc and then you go every itty bitty little thing because someone did this really big thing with you and you just keep going down the list and stuff. Yeah, it was probably bad, but we didn't need all of that. All we need to know was like he should have monitored his like Discord better with like the Nux situation. And that was something that needed to be addressed, at least for Nux. Instead of just a video, you could have just DM'd him about it. The thing with this again is that this guy is like, guys, I looked up on Google that cancer makes my feet swell, and I'm just gonna believe it.
Oh, God, he's such an idiot.
And trying to either push them out or bait them into arguing. At one point, someone from an account called The Worst of Twitter featured his tweet. Chibi fired back by calling based and claiming that the guy was terminally online. On March 29th, he quote tweeted someone who had gender bent his avatar.
I gotta go back.
Either push them out or bait them into arguing. At one point, someone from an account called The Worst of Twitter featured his tweet. Chibi fired back by calling based and claiming that the guy was terminally online.
That's not what he's... Can you not even read the shit you're putting on the screen? That's why I had to go back, because I heard him that. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's not what Chibi said. Chibi's saying that this guy called him chronically online. It annoys me when people show shit on screen and they can't even read it properly.
Here's the thing. I was like slightly not paying attention to that. So I thought it was Chibi. I thought it was Chibi calling him eternally online. And I still got that more right than whatever the Anarchist is getting right.
On March 29th, he quote tweeted someone who had gender bent his avatar and drew porn of it with the original version. This caught on with his audience, and people started calling it self-cessed. Fictional
his audience did not come up with the term self-cessed. That's existed for like literal decades at this point.
I knew about self-cessed before. I knew about that as soon as I found out about incest because of how stupid and funny it was.
I'm getting a migraine already.
Chat. We're gonna call him a dillweed from now on.
Oh God. Chibi's audience came up with the term self-cessed for. No, they didn't. You retard. Just Google it.
Anytime he hits the zeitgeist, call him a dillweed. Only those who know will know.
Here's the thing, right? You can't even argue that self-cessed is like just an anime community thing either. Because I remember back in high school, like guys would ask each other retarded questions. And one of them would be like, if you sleep with your clone, is it like self-cessed or is it gay?
Yeah, like there's so many.
In anime and manga is hot. Lolly. Lots of women love ugly bastard hentai. Rent a girlfriend.
Why are you censoring hentai? You didn't censor bastard, by the way, which is a curse word, which is technically against the YouTube rules or whatever. So you should have censored that, but you did censor hentai.
Is more successful than a lot of manga. It's also worth pointing out.
This is his only L take. Fuck Rent a Girlfriend.
Oh no, it's still popular. We just all hate the fact that it's popular.
Fuck Rent a Girlfriend.
Listen, you will never get a season 2 of No Game No Life. You will get 50 seasons of Rent a Girlfriend.
That when he talks about incest, he's usually referring specifically to brother and sister. That's
what most people refer to.
explain incest?
So when Chibi says incest, what he means is, if you have to explain to a member of your audience what incest is, they are too young to be watching a video that talks about incest.
They're too young to be watching a video about pedophilia.
Pedophilia and incest. He is giving me an aneurysm.
This dillweed.
Thank you, Sartnowley. Says, congrats on the transition, Kendra. I've been assured by the Rainbow Mafia that female deer do not have antlers. Oh, hi, Mizu. Love your content. Appreciated. And I can't tell because it's kind of small, but it looks like you might have a Happy Sugar Life profile picture, in which case based. My favorite anime.
It's a little blue or black-haired girl. The one with pigtails. The one with pigtails.
Yeah, the little blue-haired girl with pigtails. That is the subject of most of it. Kendra, I need to be right back. Give me 5 seconds.
All right.
This will also be a good moment for me to rest my brain for just a minute.
Listen, I get it. All right, chat. We love our beer. You see this, chat? I'm just saying, as someone who genuinely watched Internet Anarchist, I watch because you gotta remember with these types of content, this like 50,000 other people out there. It's like a gimmick account. If you fall out of line as a gimmick account, half of your audience has already left the chat. This guy lost the plot. Therefore, everybody is leaving. Look out a spy. Well, you... Oops. I tackled. Sunny V. Yes. Ironically enough, Sunny V hasn't lost the plot just yet. Ironically enough, I'm pretty sure him and Sunny V sound the same. And I was thinking of the Chris Tyson incident when thinking of Internet Anarchist because they all sound the freaking same. I feel like I'm watching my Christian parents explain this. Well, your difference is that you have Christian anime fans who know what you're talking about. Well, except for Mizu. Mizu said he isn't. But I am. First O, Mugen now AI, IA. I keep saying AI. It must be the jewels. Well, the difference is that Mugen lost the plot to be biased, and then he started chasing pussy, which is why he was able to fall out of favor really, really fast. But granted, I did say before I deleted my tweet that with Mugen, it's funny because
I'm sorry, I returned.
Oh, you're good. You're good. I was just explaining the reason why Mugen, his downfall was so obvious was because when he was when he made that big old speech about why he was distancing himself with Tectone, I'm like, all right. So we have two paths for this. Either you stayed with Tectone despite knowing that he had rape allegations, and then you didn't say anything, or you're distancing him because you then found out about him for having the allegations, and then still stayed with him anyway. So you either knew or you didn't know, but you still knew. Therefore, get out of here. I didn't know.
Thank you, Internet Zen. Biggest tourist to ever tourist. Also, Narcissus from Greek Myths is the OG self-cest. Also, Mizu, given the cousin marriage issue in Bongistan, he probably thinks it's educational value.
Well, they did down vote that one. They did down vote the real incest one. Porn incest, however, that's too far.
I'll go wild.
detail started to make a lot of people uncomfortable once they realized that he has a younger sister he's mentioned before, and an even younger niece he once posted a beach photo with.
Stop posting this photo. Stop posting that photo.
You need to stop posting other people's family members on the internet like that for your shitty like drama videos. It's weird.
Not only that, you censored the younger sister, and you didn't censor the mom and dad.
Yes.
It's so freaking weird, bro.
You made people uncomfortable because they found out he had a younger sister. It doesn't mean he's going to do anything to them. The fuck is wrong with you?
He's like, he has a younger sister. Here's a photo showing the censored younger sister. Like, bro? So you just have here's the thing. This now means you have a picture of his younger sister on your computer.
Which is weird.
A jury ordered Meta and YouTube to pay millions for their role in designing and promoting addictive platforms. They knew their apps could contribute to anxiety, depression, and body image issues, but did not share those risks while prioritizing profits. The recent history verdict underscores the consequences
what is an ad
of those decisions. If you or your child spent years—
Oh my god! It's a fucking lawyer!
He's gonna need one after this video.
Maybe you should have talked to them before you made this video.
What an appropriate sponsor.
to see if you qualify for the case. With that being said, let's get right back into the video. At one point, someone replied to one of his usual tweets by bringing up that picture of his knee.
Yeah, this clearly not botted tweet, by the way.
First off, I'm not taking any type of guff from a My Little Pony fan. Because the half of the stuff I've seen from you guys as a Gen 1 Pony fan makes me disappointed in humanity. I've seen the socks meme.
And calling him creepy. That led to some back and forth, but it didn't really slow him down. At this point, the pattern is obvious. He posts something about lollies, or something simple, waits for people to get mad, and then feeds off the replies. He kept running this strategy.
You have just learned how Twitter works. Like, I don't understand.
I think he's boneheaded and a dillweed.
Yeah. Internet Zen Master, wait, please tell me that isn't what I looks like. Talk about a face made for radio. And thank you, Shibuya Zen. Bro, I am so done with this moral grandstanding over fictional content. Aren't we all? But it will never stop. Although if it makes people feel better, he's getting nothing but called out in the comments. It's hilarious.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. It's funny.
For months, until eventually one of those angry responses went further than usual. In October of 2025, it was a normal day like usual for Chibi. He woke up, got on his phone, and proceeded to post his usual type of tweet about Laguna stuff. However,
this is a funny meme.
Not only that, but if you recognize those uniforms, it's an even funnier meme.
Yeah.
This time was different. This time, for whatever reason, maybe it was the algorithm or maybe it was just a line too far, one of his tweets exploded in notoriety. The specific tweet was a picture from an anime that Chibi captioned, "The animators didn't need to go so hard for this scene." The actual scene itself was depicting a high school girl getting by robots, so people really—
Great. Say it. Say it out loud. Don't be a bitch.
Do you know this? Do you know this one?
Yeah, this is the three robot alien things from Dan to Dan.
Yeah, so I think this tweet is so funny because everybody keeps getting mad. It's like, because she's a high school girl. And it's like, yeah, let's forget the fact that like for years we've all been making conspiracy theory anal probing, anal rape jokes for like like over like 30, 40 years with like guy adult characters and laughing at me. It's like, we didn't laugh before and we shouldn't have. It's like, we did, doesn't matter. And then all of a sudden, because Dan makes the same joke and it just so happened to be a female character, everybody's like, guys, we need to stop making anal rape probing jokes.
There's like a whole season of South Park where Cartman has an alien probe that pops out of his ass occasionally and like blows shit up because he got probed by aliens. Like,
guys, we need to stop making this joke now. It's like, if they're not gonna get rid of it in Hollywood, they're not gonna get rid of it for you.
Really did not like the caption that Chibi had added. What followed was the usual responses and replies he would get from people furious at him. Except this time it was different. This time someone decided to quote tweet him with his docs, along with info that his half-brother had committed. It's important to keep in mind something when it comes to this first dox attempt. Generally speaking, when someone online gets doxed, the information out there is usually pretty hard to find, and requires some extreme online finesse in order to get it.
I will warn everybody now, as long as you have one piece of a person's information, typically it's not as hard as everyone thinks it is. Which is why you need to be careful about what you put on the internet. Also, yes, not the hacker man background footage.
The hacker known as 4chan.
Most people, especially online creators, usually have a social media account reserved for their online persona, and a private account reserved for their personal life. This was not the case with Chibi. Not only did he put his personal address in literally every single YouTube video he made, he also included his personal Facebook and Google+.
Let me double check, because I don't think that's accurate.
So Chibi did talk about this. So the reason he did that was because back then he didn't really think he would get that big. And so he did link back to his like personal account. Like the Google Plus thing was back when Google was like, oh, you got to use your real name and all that type of stuff. And then was so unpopular that it got rolled back. So some people still have a Google Plus account because in order to in order to get rid of the Google Plus account, you had to delete your actual account. So people just kind of kept their Google Plus account.
Yeah. It's the way he says it, though. He says that he had his address listed in the description of every YouTube video. Which is just not true.
I think because people did give him fan mail. That's probably why.
Some extreme online finesse in order to get it. Most people, especially online creators, usually have a social media account reserved for their online persona, and a private account reserved for their personal life. This was not the case with Chibi. Not only did he put his personal address in literally every single YouTube video he made.
See, that's what I mean. Like, I went to the YouTube video, and there's nothing on any of these that have that.
7 days ago, 2 hours ago. He's probably talking about a lot of the older videos because these are too recent. This is before Chibi started uploading daily and stuff.
Yeah, but
so
you can't say it's in the comments of every YouTube video when it's just not.
Well, that's what I'm trying to get at with that. It means that this guy got a little too deep and started snooping around. And so he's like, it's in all of them, guys. I swear. And it's like, no, it's not. Where did you get this information from?
Yeah. He's kind of making shit up at this point.
This guy is so this guy is worse than terminally online. Also, he's trying to justify it by being like, well, you see, guys, his address was there, so I was able to find it. And it's like, so if I found your address, it's okay.
Yeah.
Included his personal Facebook and Google+, where he was publicly friends with family members and extended relatives. Obviously, posting someone's address with the intent to scare them is never okay, but what did Chibi honestly expect to happen?
This guy's on Green Reddit. I know he's Green Reddit. This guy's on an alt somewhere seething right now.
That's his grand argument for this. What did you expect to happen?
This guy is on green Reddit. He's one of the alt accounts, guys. He's one of Chibi's aunties. There's like no way you can say this and there's no way you can say what you said and you're not browsing green Reddit.
So I have to point out, because some people don't know this, there are actually two forms of doxing. So there is one form of doxing that is kind of just sort of blanket illegal in the United States, which really only applies to stuff like your social security number. Like, contrary to popular belief, the internet version of doxing is not actually illegal. However, in several states, they have made doxing laws, in which case the doxing actually has nothing to do with posting your private information. If you post somebody's private information with the express purpose to harass them, regardless of how easy it was to find that information, that is qualified as an illegal dox. It doesn't matter if it's already out there. It doesn't matter if they posted it themselves. If you posted it with the specific intent to harass them, then it's illegal. That's not every state, but there's several states that have made that into a law now. However, in the Great Brit-Bongistan, I believe it's just flat illegal in general. The EU in general has something called a right to be forgotten, which is basically to say that if you tell somebody to not post your information online, they are legally required to not do it. Because you have a quote-unquote right to be forgotten.
Pretty good.
Especially when he's taking such a controversial stance on an extremely explicit...
Literally defending drawings of CP. First off, well, you see Sam now. Second off, it's not what's happening. It's not what lolly art is.
topic, and someone officially doxed my real information. They also mocked my dead brother that committed. You know who you are, and I'm going to speak to my lawyer now. Along with this tweet, Chibi made a video talking about what happened, and most notably showing off his gun he bought in order to try intimidating or flexing on his haters.
So thankfully, I live in Tennessee. I don't live in California.
So I've talked about this before. That's not to flex on the haters. That's to point out that yes, I do live in a southern state. Yes, I do live in a state where I can legally shoot you on my front lawn and you can't do shit about it. And the police will side with me.
Not only that, but like, if this is considering flexing on the haters, then that means Moist Critical was also flexing on the haters, and we should make fun of him for it. But because he's the cool internet guy, anime nerd, suddenly it's cool now, unless you do it.
Yeah. Brit bongers don't understand this, but the purpose is not to flex that I own a gun. Because where I live, I could come home with a gun tomorrow if I wanted a second one. It's really not hard for me to get a hold of one. That being said, the point is to tell anybody out there that might be a little too crazy, that they should probably be a little too crazy, not on my front lawn.
California or anything, I'm able to legally own a gun.
Chat wanted me to stop and let them see the Ruger. Apparently, some people just, I guess, think they know what the Ruger is.
Like, I want to see that beauty up close and front and personal.
I've owned this for a while, and I'm going to tell you right now, if anyone wants to pull any stupid games, you're going to win stupid prizes. That's all I'm going to say.
Once again, however, it's a tad bit confusing what exactly he expected to happen when he posts his address in the description of his videos, while
just because somebody knows where you live doesn't mean you expect to get robbed or attacked or have them harass your family. You're retarded.
This is literally the she was asking for argument, but with anime.
What was she thinking going out dressed like that?
Like, it's literally, like, he literally, what is it? He would see this, he's like, it's not the same, guys, clearly, blah, 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 blah. No, bro, this is exactly what you're saying. You're so freaking cringe, dude.
Talking about how he loves lolicon. It's like naming yourself Baby Crusher 9000 and making videos or tweets talking about how we need to crush babies in a Hitman 2 grape press, all while putting your personal address in the description.
No, it's not.
Okay,
Because these are drawings.
First off, if you were number one, nobody would take you seriously if you were called Baby Crusher unless you get reported on the news for actually crushing babies.
Yeah. This is like
That's
such
how
a
it works.
bizarre, like, straw man.
There's literally people out there literally named what is it? Some of the most devious things you can think of that I probably couldn't even say on stream. But I know, like, some of them are literally like a vagina warrior or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, just because you're named that doesn't mean I'm gonna take you seriously. You're not an actual vagina warrior. We're not taking usernames at face value in the big 2026.
And he's acting like anybody on the internet would take this guy seriously enough to try and dox him. Like, no, they'd just be like, nah, he's just retarded, block him and move on.
Either way, Chibi would make another video talking about the situation and his plans to, quote, take legal action against the haters. A few days later, he tweeted out that people that send you pipe bombs in the mail aren't the good guys, and those that defend those actions aren't good as well, or those that use murder gifts to get around TOS. Anyways, I'll stop rambling and back to anime/manga. This procured some skeptical replies from people wondering if he had actually received a pipe bomb, or if he was playing up a threat to garner sympathy. Fun fact about pipe bombs, you aren't supposed to know if you received one, because most, if not all, are already on a timer or have a trigger caused by opening the package, which the bomb is contained inside. After getting enough replies calling him out, Chibi
You're not supposed to know. If it blew up my mailbox, I'll know I have a pipe bomb, and if it doesn't blow up my mailbox, I still got a pipe bomb.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
This is what I'm talking is like, why are you defending these people over Chibi? Like, you need to ask yourself that question. Why are you sitting on the side of people who are like, we should send him a pipe bomb. We should harass his family. Why is that the side you were like, this was a good idea. I should be on these people's side.
I just don't have a mailbox in. I'm just so caught off guard. This specific tweet was used as evidence. I think we need to call him a dillweed.
Yeah.
This is why you're a freaking dillweed.
According to Mario Master, he couldn't have received a pipe bomb because if he did, he would be dead. Checkmate, atheist.
Not only that, you couldn't listen. If you had a pipe bomb, then that means, oh my gosh, we couldn't have received a pipe bomb because it didn't explode yet.
God, you're retarded. He's such an idiot.
He made a follow-up tweet amending what he said, stating that instead of actually receiving a bomb, he was, quote, threatened to receive one, which is a pretty big difference. He then tweeted,
He never said he received one.
that he had, quote, made a police report and gave a screenshot showing that he had indeed done this. Interestingly, in this police report, there is no mention of any pipe bomb threat. There is someone saying that they are going to, quote, shove my aborted fetus up your ass. I've gone over this in detail in other videos, and honestly, the topic itself has been beaten into the ground through countless lolcows. But to say the obvious anyway, internet hate is inevitable when you put yourself out there as a content creator. It doesn't matter how wholesome chungus you are, everyone ends up with critics and detractors.
Internet hate is something that is inevitably going to come for you. However, when people are posting your address and saying they're going to send you a pipe bomb, which you don't understand is even in America, the land of freedom and free speech, that's blatantly illegal. Like, that's not just random Twitter internet hate. That is specifically laying out, I know where you live, and this is a way I'm going to hurt you at where you live. In America, that's a crime. And the fact that a Brit-Bongistan person is saying this, somebody who doesn't have free speech and can get arrested for hate speech on Twitter, it's retarded that you're playing this game. Internet hate, it's whatever, man. He's so stupid. If he's in Aussie, they still have the same rules. I don't care which one he is. Both of their countries are backwards on that shit. Gonna have him arrested for not buying enough TP during COVID or some shit. Oh, thank you, Internet Semester. Never thought I'd hear a time where someone outdid the stupidity of Denims defending H3 Snark for the CPS call, but here we are. Oh, Kendra probably has to talk to somebody. She'll probably be back in a minute. We wait for the deer to return, chat. Wholesome Chungus is not a compliment. Yeah, not really. It just... it gives me a headache. Because I feel like I shouldn't have to tell an adult that sending people death threats is not okay. Thank you, Shiny Evolution. The word lolcow TM has been overused, as we know why. Yeah, no, you can't just call everybody a lolcow. That's something that kind of popped up, right? Is people have started to call anyone a lolcow who gives any reaction to anything. And it's like, yes, you got a reaction to somebody you threatened to kill. That doesn't make them a lolcow. That's a normal reaction a normal human has when you threaten their life. And then thank you, Gary Thomas. I'm tired of pretending that the UK is a serious country. There, I said it. Most things I see coming out of the country these days are just dreadful. It's just, the stupid or acting stupid? The answer is often both. There is no telling. What happened to Kendra? She might have said something and I just didn't hear it. Which would be my bad. Bait or mental retardation, you guys decide. I could probably poll that. They actually gonna let me poll that? They are? Make your voice known, chat. Make your voice known. Hello, Camblick. Kendra's fireplace and smoke detector. Chat, Kendra doesn't have a ceiling bird. As people might say, she's one of the good ones. Chat, don't spoil it. What's IA stand for? Internet Anarchist is what he calls his channel. And I was just too lazy to write out the whole thing. Doesn't have it because she took the batteries out. Maybe the fire got her then, who knows? Yeah, most people seem to be on the idiot one. Mizu, your thoughts on MILFs? Kendra had thoughts and responses. I'm a big fan of MILFs. Any updates on Mimi Yanagi? All just went dark. Mimi Yanagi won't have any updates for a long time. Because the legal system in Bangastan moves slow as fuck. Yeah, and chat's right. Shouldn't be difficult to say that openly threatening to murder somebody does not make you a good person. It should be something that should be easy to say, these people are pieces of shit, they shouldn't do this. But instead he's got to be like, well, he kind of asked for it. Like, what did he expect to happen? Oh, she sent me a message. She said she will be back momentarily. Shit. Ava's going on hiatus after tomorrow. Do you think Santa finally got her ass? I didn't know Ava was going on hiatus. I have to ask her. Well, here, we'll continue a little bit while we wait for Kendra.
Sometimes for valid reasons, sometimes for none at all. What experienced creators understand is pretty simple. At a certain point, you have to ignore it. The moment you start feeding the hate, you give it life. You keep the conversation going, you keep yourself in the spotlight for the wrong reasons, and it just snowballs from there. What really defines a lolcow is the inability to learn.
We're not using Urban Dictionary. We are not using Urban Dictionary. Oh, Jesus. Imagine what would happen if Chibi ignored the DeviantArt hack. Chibi couldn't have ignored the DeviantArt hack because they were posting actual CSAM, and the account was still connected to him. It could have gotten him in massive legal trouble. But no, you can't, I'm of the opinion Chibi should ignore more stuff than he does. That's not an excuse for, like, this sort of behavior, though. Thank you, Hoochie. We're gonna go with Hoochie. There's a difference between not feeding into hate and detractors and calling people out who are doxing, harassing, and threatening you. There are leaps and bounds, differences, even, but British. Now, that's the point. There's a difference between responding to every asshole that just calls you a mean name and having somebody constantly posting your address saying they're going to send you pipe bombs. Huge difference. Huge difference. And that's the problem a lot of people get hung up on, is you can't call somebody a lolcow because they responded to your death threats. They have to respond to something stupid and repeatedly respond to something stupid. Like, just calling them gay all the time, and they feel like they have to respond to that and, like, fight with you, like, I'm not gay, I swear I'm not gay. Like, that's how it was with Chris Chan early on. Was, like, Chris Chan would constantly respond to people who sent him pickles. And he'd say, pickles, you're gay, I'm not gay, bro. That's kind of what made Chris Chan, like, a meme. But if you were, like, sending him razor blades in the mail, saying it was gonna blow up and hurt him, that doesn't make him a lolcow when he responds to that. that makes you a psychopath. And it's the same thing. Like with all of the, you can't send death threats. You just can't. And we can't be sitting here trying to make excuses for people that do, like some absolute nutter butter, just because you don't like them.
Adapt or grow past mistakes, combined with this compulsive need to respond to every bit of criticism. This has been explained over and over again, so you would think anyone trying to make content would have figured it out by now, but clearly that's just not the case. If you want to take things to an even worse level when dealing with backlash, one of the dumbest moves you can make is trying to sue your haters. This is something people have attempted before, both creators and lolcows, and it never works because the whole idea is fundamentally ridiculous.
It never works because people try to sue people that aren't doing anything illegal. However, posting a picture of somebody's address and saying you're going to send them a pipe bomb is expressly illegal.
I'm saying I haven't missed too much of this bona fide deal weakness.
Oh, we were trying to like stall for you to get back. All he said is he showed the definition of lolcow from Urban Dictionary, and he's like, Chibi's a lolcow because he responds to the people that sends him death threats.
No, you see, if you're a fan of Chibi like I am, or like I still kind of am. If you're a fan of Chibi like I am, you think he's a lolcow because he keeps bringing this up and not like shutting up about this and leaving it to the lawyers. You're not qualified enough to say that, bro.
Yeah. Also, it's funny in retrospect that his big example of lolcow is somebody that has to respond to the haters and can't learn from their mistakes, when this is the second time you've uploaded this video and you're still fighting with people in the comments. It's just funny.
Is IA actually concave brained?
Yes.
You've got cases like Patrick S. Tomlinson, who actually went to court waving around screenshots of mean tweets. It might grab some quick attention from people who don't know the full story, but it always fades out and goes nowhere. And yet, that's exactly what Chibi decided to do.
There was a guy, can't remember his name. He was like a Vice journalist or something. Somebody sent him a GIF on Twitter that just said "have a seizure" on it, and apparently the guy was allegedly epileptic, and he did in fact sick the police on the guy that sent him the GIF, and he did actually get arrested and get in trouble for it. There is a difference between mean tweets and when you explicitly say that you are trying to hurt someone. When you explicitly say you were trying to hurt someone, and you give enough detail that the police would know that you have the ability to hurt them, you get in trouble. And that's, I don't understand why he doesn't know this. Why he doesn't understand that it's different when threats are involved.
He knows it's different. He's just being stupid.
Fair. Also, thank you, chat. It was Kirk Eichenwald. Which I still don't believe he actually had a seizure, because the very next tweet was, "This is Kirk's wife. He just had a seizure and you're gonna get in trouble." And it's like, yeah, your husband is fucking having a seizure on the ground, and the first thing you do is you get back on Twitter for him and fight his Twitter haters. That's definitely what fucking happened. And that's the thing, they didn't even need to prove he had a seizure. They just had to prove that the guy sent him the image, the flashing image, with the intent to cause a seizure. That's all they have to prove.
On February 12, 2025, Chibi announced a Give Send Go campaign to raise money to sue his haters. It's now been almost a week since everything went down. I'll be pushing my lawsuit forwards. With all the new information I've acquired, I've opened a Give Send Go account for anyone that wants to help out. To keep it transparent, for all of you that support me, I honestly feel ashamed to ask for money because, well, it's a pride situation. However, the circumstances over these last few months have made it very clear I need to do something about these vile people, or they will continue thinking they'll get away with it. He even had backing from another creator who focuses on legal commentary, legal mindset. The goal was $25,000, all to fund lawsuits against.
You should probably ask yourself, by the way, when you're making a video like this, accusing Chibi of having no ground to stand on, why he's backed by a lawyer. You should probably, like, ask yourself why a lawyer would back up that he has legal standing.
Well,
when you're not a lawyer and you don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you see, he could have tricked the lawyer. How about that? Checkmate, scrub.
Yeah, and that's not to say lawyers are always right. I've had disagreements with lawyers on Twitter before. But most of the time, if a lawyer is wrong, it's because they don't have all the information.
I told him.
Yep. Sorry, what?
Oh no, I was saying because like someone said he keeps using the word haters. That's why that's what I mean. I keep saying like you can tell he's one of the he's likely probably one of the people on the alt accounts that are harassing Chibi because the way he is saying this video, he is intentionally obscuring so much information to be like Chibi's just this crazy guy who goes after his haters. He's clearly like a lolcow, guys, and he's the weirdo that we all talk about online, unlike me, with my combed hair and my porcelain skin.
Yeah.
Trash online. He put out a video showing screenshots from Twitter as proof. The problem is, when you actually look at them, they're just mean comments, jokes, insults, people saying that they don't like him. There's nothing that you can realistically take to court. Even the situation where someone posted his address.
Yes, you can. I don't know why you think you can't go to court over this. You literally can go to court over this. This is an actual crime.
Yeah, that's why he didn't show any of the tweets. He just had a big old collage.
It doesn't really hold up. What exactly is he suing for when that information was already publicly available in his own channel descriptions?
It's a threat. The point is the threat. That's like if somebody said your name and then said they were going to kill you, and you're like, what are you going to sue for? They just said your name. Well, you're ignoring the second half, which is the threat.
Clearly, internet jokes. Don't take it so seriously.
Yeah. It's just...
You know, my $40 haircut.
It wasn't hacked or leaked, he put it out there himself.
Doesn't matter.
Even if all these individuals, you know, don't really know what they're doing, it showcases the overwhelming amount of people that genuinely believe that I'm basically the spawn of Hitler, or Hitler himself, or a pedophile. That is legitimately what you see here with a lot of these screenshots. Actively happy that my platformer, I was deplatformed because of the online harassment that will just not leave me alone.
The campaign launched, one of the...
Did you fuck up your editing there? Like, you cut off the first part of your sentence, brother. You're gonna have to work on that. Don't you lecture me with your $30 haircut.
People he reported to the FBI posted that agents had actually shown up and questioned him, even sharing...
I wonder why the FBI would show up to their house, because as you just told us, they didn't do anything wrong.
Maybe I can't believe it. Chibi sent the FBI to them. What a loser.
Thank you, Zen. Mizu, you forgot he's assumed a green Redditor and a Brit Bong. They have this overinflated sense of superiority, despite the fact he's an eraser head looking ass with a $20 haircut.
There is right.
a photo of their card. At a first glance, that sounds serious, like maybe there was really something to worry about. But in reality, nothing came of it. The FBI asked a few questions and left. No arrests, no charges, nothing. Meanwhile, Chibi...
I have to inform this to you. If the FBI shows up at all, the feds, to a degree, that's an admittance that something is wrong. However, a lot of times they just acknowledge that the fact that the feds showed up to your house is enough to get you to stop. Like, I know we kind of joke about the whole Men in Black thing, but, but when the FBI shows up to your place and they're like, so we hear that you've been sending people death threats online. A lot of times that makes it stop. Because it's like, shit, this is real. The feds are here. That's how that works. And that's how some police work in general. When it's this kind of online back and forth shit, it doesn't make it not illegal. But they don't want to deal with it a lot of the time. But they will still show up and be like, hey, you shouldn't be doing that. Because a lot of times the fact that real police get involved teaches people that it has real consequences and they could get in real trouble. And that's all.
Not only that, but like nothing came of it. It's like, but they're still on your house. And the fact that Chibi keeps contacting them again and again and again, you're gonna get put on a list eventually. Like, get off yourself.
Yeah, Hato has it right. The first visit is usually the warning. If the FBI is showing up at all, that's just an admittance that something is wrong. They don't show up for fucking nothing.
And with evidence, too. Because they're not just going to show up just because you called.
And then thank you, Gary Thomas. It genuinely amazes me that this Brit is carrying water for people who have joked about desecrating a person's grave because his brother has an opinion. Yeah. No, he's psychopathic. Also, you had people think if the local cops were showing up, but when the feds show up...
But nothing came of it, guys. So clearly, Chibi is just over-exaggerating.
Was celebrating on Twitter, and the same guy he reported was openly mocking him in response. The give send go situation followed a similar pattern, only this time it got a lot more questionable. As the months went on, Chibi stopped giving updates about the supposed lawsuit, and people started to get suspicious. After nearly a year went by, in January 2026, the campaign page was quietly taken down. By that point, it had raised $16,000, and he kept all of it. Could he have refunded the money? Yes, GSG has a policy that lets you refund backers and close your campaign. Did he? Not even close.
That's not what this says. This says, if you believe a donation was made in error in the wrong amount or without your authorization, reach out to us. We can contact us and include your name, email address used to make the donation number, and a brief yet detailed explanation of the reason for your refund request. I don't know how Give Send Go works. Maybe he could have refunded it, but you're not showing us that. This is literally not saying what you're claiming it's saying. I will never understand why people do this on YouTube videos. I can only assume you assumed nobody would stop and actually read this. This is a way for people who donated to request a refund, not for Chibi to send refunds. Thank you, Internet Zen. Most of the time, the feds are like, hey, we know what you're doing, knock it off so we don't have to come back. Unlike the UK, we don't lock up just for words on the first visit. Pretty much.
This guy's an idiot.
Yeah.
Back in September of 2025, he posted a massive wall of text full of excuses about why the lawsuit was taking so long. Here are some of the highlights. I started to receive harassment from Boruto and Dandadan
That's summary of events.
fans over posting a manga panel and anime clip unaltered. One of my sponsors emails me that my situation has gotten too out of hand and refuses to work with me anymore, causing me not just emotional damage from days prior, but financial damage
I like how you're skipping over this one. I'm contacted by an agent from the FBI asking about my mail, and they are checking my incoming mail for threats and contact my local police department to remain on standby to guard my residence.
I have an offer to continue the lawsuit with the remaining 12k, but to be completely blunt, I will 100% have to spend money out of my own pocket to continue, because of the monthly lawyer costing way over $2,000. Cause with the retainer fee being 5k, that'll make the rest of the money from the donations to around 7k left. With the monthly costs, it'll run out in about 4 months, give or take. I feel like it's definitely an option that will eventually make me find justice, but it will bleed me dry over time. Eventually,
That's not an excuse, by the way. He made excuses like lawyer expensive. Yeah.
If you go back, can you go back to that long tweet real quick?
That one?
So anyway, above that, you can literally see from him that he's talking about surgery and a surgeon. So
Yeah.
it's likely he had to spend money on that too. Now I have issues with the whole like money thing that happened, but like stuff happens, life happens. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you for the raid, Shiroi. It's just, you could have shown like the surgery thing, and maybe we could have had questions about like, is it okay to like use money that was meant for the lawsuit on an unexpected surgery or whatever. But say like he made excuses like the lawyer is expensive. Yeah, lawyers are expensive. Like I'm what?
But the lawyer is expensive.
What do you mean he made excuses like lawyer expensive? Since when is lawyer expensive?
But what about expensive lawyers? Oh my gosh.
I just... Are you stupid? Yes, the lawyer is expensive.
Oh my god.
Cause with the retainer fee being 5k, that'll make the rest of the money from the donations to around 7k left. With the monthly costs, it'll run out in about 4 months, give or take. I feel like it's definitely an option that will eventually make me find justice, but it will bleed me dry over time. Eventually, the situation spread beyond his immediate audience, and more people started paying attention. The general reaction was pretty clear. People
Nobody gives a shit what Reddit thinks. It spread beyond his initial audience. Well, it doesn't matter, does it? Because they're not the one that donated the money.
Number one. Is that r/drama? Because it's always r/drama. And number two, we don't use Reddit as a source unless it's r/no-game-no-life and r/lucky star.
I can't really tell what it is.
The general reaction was pretty clear. People accused him of
it doesn't even look like Reddit. I don't know what it is. It looks almost like Remove Edit, which is the website that you have to go to read Reddit posts that have been removed by moderators.
I know, like, for some of them, they do kind of remake. Like, for a lot of these channels, what they'll do is they'll remake it to make it fit their own format. And also, a lot of them do use r/YouTube drama.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not even subtle.
And walking away with it. And that's the key point here. This wasn't some clueless guy getting bullied by trolls. He knew exactly what he was doing. He took the money, did nothing with it, and kept it, even...
Except he made a huge message talking about what happened with it. Like, you're... Again, you can disagree with what happened to it, but you're trying to make the argument, oh, he just took the money and ran. Well, no, he didn't. Like, we know what happened to it, dude. I don't understand why you're lying about this so much.
Because Chibi bad.
Yeah.
Look at my Chibi bad video.
And, like, I have to say, this is the only part of the entire video that I think you would even have an argument for, is the Give Singo campaign. And you still fucked it up! Fucking retard. Yet the Reddit post he showed had 20 comments, and he called it general consensus.
But it had 20 comments. That's more comments than I've seen on any Reddit post about me.
Yeah.
Though he had every opportunity to return it. That
Which you haven't shown, and I don't know if it's true for Give Send Go. I don't know much about the site. The problem is you didn't show that.
And number two, wouldn't it also benefit you to show fans of Chibi being like, where's my money? Because the reason why he's likely not doing that is because he might mix up some of his haters and some of his actual fans, and the haters will go around being like, guys, he stole the money. But because we want to just play stupid.
So you can request Give Send Go to refund the donators. However, they do not refund any processing fees. And if they donated through a different currency, it will also fuck up the refund, which I don't know how that happens. I would assume it would just refund the But apparently conversion rates fuck with it as well. But it says refunds cover the original gift amount minus processing fees from that gift. Any gifts made directly to Give Send Go are not included. What does it mean made directly to Give Send Go are not included? What? I don't know what that means. I have no problem to admit I don't know what that means. I'm sorry, chat.
You're doing a lot better than most people.
level of greed is hard to ignore, and it definitely cost him a lot of support. You might think that this would be the lowest point of his career.
It really didn't cost him that much support. Like, certainly some people dipped, but it wasn't like the mass exodus like it is with other creators, like, what's his name? Pirate Software had.
It wasn't. Things were about to get even worse. On February 12th, 2026, Chibi Vague posted, "I wanna die," deleted the post with my hospital armband to clarify I am fine, and was discharged this morning from the hospital. I had a mental break and I did almost die last night, but I was saved at the last moment. Honestly, don't want to elaborate too much further on it, if I can help it. Just lost my fiance, my best friend, and my entire friend group in 24 hours, and I've never been more alone than right now. This is just a small detail, but while he was posting all this heavy, serious stuff, he changed his banner to a picture of an anime girl with hyper-detailed feet pressed up against the
This reminds me back in the day when people reading creepypastas would be like, they had hyper-realistic blood and hyper-realistic eyes. Look at those hyper-detailed feet. Look, I have no problem admitting whoever drew this artwork probably has a foot fetish. However, have you looked at your foot before? If you think that's hyper-detailed? Like, you have feet. You can double-check this on your own, IA. Like, you could take off your shoes and socks and you could, like, actually look at your feet. Talking about hyper-realistic feet.
I'm like, yeah, he's talking about all these deep, dark things. Look at this anime girl's feet. This is clearly evidence against him.
Oh, what an idiot.
camera. It was a bizarre choice, especially given everything he was talking about.
You'd have to actually prove he changed it within that time frame, because I have no idea when he changed it.
Okay, number one, if he did, that would mean he had searched Chibi's thing on Wayback Machine, and that's just all kinds of creepy.
Yeah.
After hours of vague posting, people started asking the obvious question: how do you lose everything in 24 hours? He eventually answered that with a video titled, "I lost everything."
I know that you have been bitchless for your entire life, IA, but many people, when they lose a longtime girlfriend or fiance, or heaven forbid wife, they typically refer to that as losing everything. Because to a normal person who has emotions and feelings, your girlfriend, wife, spouse is your world. I genuinely don't know why you don't know this, other than the fact that you may have been bitchless your entire life. That is the only assumption I can draw from that, for you to not understand this emotional connection.
That didn't need to be an assumption.
Fair.
Y'all saw that looking haircut. No woman would let their boyfriend wear something like that.
Yeah.
No wife would let their husband wear a haircut like that. You're shaving that today.
He was so vague. What did he mean he lost everything just because he lost his fiance and all of his friends?
Ooh.
That is everything to a lot of people.
No, I could like understand because like I remember when that tweet went out and I was like, oh crap, what happened? Did like someone go in? Did someone shoot up a thing? Did people take it too far? That's what I'm thinking. But it's just like this guy is so pathetic.
Yeah.
This guy is so pathetic. He's just it's a level beyond pathetic.
If he says some shit about like, well, he didn't really lose everything because he still has stuff and items, I'm going to lose my shit.
The short version is this. He found out his wife had been cheating on him with his best friend of 10 years, and it had apparently been going on for years. Even then, she was the one who ended the relationship. At one point, he drank himself into a near-fatal state by a pond in the middle of nowhere. Someone called in a wellness check and he ended up hospitalized. He also cut off his entire friend group because they didn't seem to care about what had happened with his friend. From his perspective, they just shrugged it off, so he cut them off completely.
I discover my fiance cheating on me with my best friend of 10 years. And then I drove into the middle of nowhere near water and I drank, just sitting there drinking.
A lot of people did laugh at him, but there was also a wave of support, mostly from people who didn't really know who he was.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
There was a wave of support for people who didn't know him. It's like, okay, basic sympathy.
You are a genuine psychopath, dude. You need to go get diagnosed. You are a danger to people around you.
This is like that thing. This is like the people I talked about being like, I learned empathy at the age of 30.
Yeah.
This is like the first guy to hop onto like a YouTube thing and be like, I can't believe he caused them to die. So anyway, ChibiReviews is being supported by people who don't know him, even though he had a near attempt. Okay, bro.
Thank you, Wolfsbane. Quentin Tarantino commissioned that art. Nah, Quentin Tarantino would have just bought the woman. And thank you, Internet Zen. He's maidenless. He's a Brit Bong. He's got a $10 haircut. Whoa, buddy. I like how the haircut keeps getting cheaper and cheaper.
We're going 10 cents, guys. 10 cents.
If you look at the situation on its own, it is genuinely messed up. A few days later, he posted a follow-up video laying out what he planned to do next. He said he had started therapy, got a gym membership, and was going to keep uploading daily like nothing happened. He mentioned losing a sponsorship, claiming it was because of a fake screenshot of him saying the N-word, though it is just as likely it had something to do with his reputation and the kind.
I don't know about you, but posting a lolly is not the same thing as the N-word. And number one, you shouldn't get banned for that. And number two, they're not the same.
Yeah.
This guy is an idiot.
You know, he claimed that he was suspended because somebody photoshopped him saying the N-word. However, he talks about lolly. This is gonna blow your mind, Brit Bong. In the United States, drawings are of all sorts are typically considered okay, even if they're very uncouth. However, the N-word will literally get you beaten in the street.
Yes.
Like, I don't think you understand how big of a deal the N-word is in America. If you get caught on camera saying the N-word and people find out who you are, your life is over. Like he's done.
What you think? He is British. They were the ones that started the slave trade in the first place.
Yeah.
Of course, he wouldn't have a problem with it.
Like, this is you just not knowing what you're talking about when it comes to this. Why would they get rid of him over a tweet where he allegedly said the N-word? Because it's a serious thing over here. Hell, they tried to, like, cancel the shit out of PewDiePie for it. He's not even American.
They still try to cancel him even for it now.
Yeah, they still talk about him saying it.
He's literally had a wife and kids, and they still bring it up to this day because it is considered that bad.
Yeah. What do you think anybody believes this?
Of content
Yes.
he was known for. He also said he would stop oversharing his personal life online, which is hard to take.
I have to point that out too. He said, unlike the content he was known for. Exactly. That is the content he was known for, which means his sponsor knew about it already, which means it wasn't a fucking problem. I don't know why you thought that was a benefit to your argument.
Unfortunately, I am the soy. You are the soy jack, and I am the Chad, and everything I say goes.
Seriously, given everything leading up to that point. He framed it like this would be the last time he talked about the situation, which, given his track record, people weren't exactly convinced by. What's wild is that, despite losing his fiancée and his entire friend group, his standing on the internet actually improved for a moment. People were sympathetic, his follower count went up, and for a brief period, it looked like he might actually turn things around. That didn't last long. By April, just as things seemed to be stabilized,
But I have to point out again, this video is called How This YouTuber Ruined His Life in 3 Days. We're going across years.
Yeah.
Also, thank you, Wolf Spain. His hair, whack. His gear, whack. His takes, whack. The way he talks, whack. He's a Britpong, whack.
That's what these channels always do to like pad out the runtime. They go over the history and stuff, and it's like fine, but like.
Also,
Because
some
I
people
think
mentioned while you were gone that he might be Australian, but I kind of don't care. Australian is just Diet Britbong that got arrested.
Yeah. I was literally about to say, I'm like, listen, the only difference between the Britbongs and the Australians is either you were a prisoner sent to the hellscape that is Australia, or you're just castrated.
Yeah.
everything started falling apart again. Coming off that tiny bit of goodwill he had left, Chibi somehow managed to burn through it almost immediately. Instead of laying low, he went right back to Twitter and started defending again. This time, it kicked off because of Schlep. Schlep is someone that
I like to point out, because you're not going to bring this up, Schlep got roasted, like, by the entire internet. You're trying to say that this is what ruined Chibi's reputation? This ruined Schlepp's reputation overnight. People do not take Schlepp seriously anymore because of this.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think you understand what actually happened here.
built his reputation going from catching predators on Roblox to doing real-life Sting content. So when he spoke on something like this, people actually listened. He came out backing Gideon and said it plainly. He called lolicon pedophilia and said that if you're getting off to images of animated children, you're a predator.
Why did you censor children? Why did you censor the word children? That is so fucking weird. You didn't even censor the word lolicon this time. You said it.
Children. Sorry.
You said the word lolicon even though you censored it, but then you censored the word children even though it's written. You're
Sorry.
such a fucking weirdo.
I should have censored children. It's my mistake, guys. I had a lapse in judgment. Gosh, these people are so castrated.
also took a shot at the platform for letting that kind of community exist in the first place. Chibi saw that tweet and jumped in right away. He pushed back, saying that depictions like that don't count as pedophilia. Then he doubled down and posted again, saying that he
I like how you're not showing the likes and dislikes and how many people have commented on these, because Schlepp literally got roasted by everybody.
Yep, and we tell that you did it on purpose because you were showing the likes and dislikes of everybody else.
Schlepp started deleting his post. He was getting roasted so bad.
Yeah, he also said, I don't remember what he said, but he also said something so suspect that everyone collectively was like, what the heck?
Yeah.
was so angry he was going to make a full video about it. Schlepp replied, "No wonder your fiance cheated on you." It blew up instantly and completely ratioed Chibi.
Show the likes and dislikes. Go on, show them. Show the likes and dislikes. He deleted this, by the way. It did not ratio Chibi. He basically instantly deleted it 5 minutes later. And he tried to pretend it didn't happen.
I like how he did the views, because you got to remember with Twitter views, for those that don't know, and you could stare at a tweet for 1 second and that counts as a view.
Oh, no, wait, it is still up. He didn't delete this one. He deleted the one after. It's so funny.
Castrated, bro. Castrated.
Whatever sympathy Chibi
Literally first replies to Schlepp's tweet, "Dude, you're losing it if this is your reach. Wow, turns out you're a scumbag just like all the others. As I thought, you're just a piece of shit compensating for something. Seeing you causing your own downfall and sabotage your credibility even more is quite comedic. Please fuck off back to Reddit. Generational crash out so bad, bro, had to make it personal for no reason. I can't believe I ever had respect for you. I'm disgusted at myself for ever seeing you in a positive light."
I'm also pretty sure, like, with, like, the whole Chibi situation, like, Chibi was even really that harsh with him. He literally was like, "It's not this." And then it was like, "Well, you see, I'm going to throw your mom under the bus." Oh my gosh.
had built up from that whole situation was gone on the spot, and the video he made only made things worse. I'm not going to go into the semantics, but it's essentially the same argument that he's been saying ad nauseum, that
it's ad nauseum. Nauseum.
I just had a stroke.
It's not like gymnasium. It's ad nauseum. Nah.
Oh, keep it dead over there.
Thank you, Internet Zen. The fact this Britbong with his $3 haircut is doing a video on Chibi and not Schlepp pretty much proves he's a green Redditor.
just a drawing of a sexualized child, and that it's not real, and that this is taking attention away from real victims.
At the bottom here, this is a legitimate post he made that he edited out anime. He changed nothing else with it besides removing anime from the actual wording to basically make the post look way worse than it actually is.
People, per usual, were still extremely weirded out that he was attracted to a drawing of an underage character, even if it was just a drawing. Grown-ass man attracted to a drawing of a children. Chibi then retweeted a
I like how every time you show this, you show like some tiny no-name account that's named bunch of numbers. These are not real people. These are not people that have any stake in what they say. These are not people that have real opinions.
fake Google document.
He agrees with me.
Of being connected.
Okay, he just said it's a fake Google document. The Google Doc is real. Everything in the Google Doc is true. Just so we're clear, Schlepp admitted that everything in the Google Doc is true. He just says that it's not a problem.
Listen, we had to sit through that, and I still want my time back from that. I think this guy's sus, and I think we need to call the cops.
Drawing drawing of an underage character, even if it was just a drawing. Grown-ass men attracted to a drawing of a children. Chibi then retweeted a fake Google document accusing Schlepp of being connected to someone soliciting illegal material involving minors. Schlepp quote tweeting it and called it out as completely false. The wild part is the community note that got slapped onto that post. It pointed out that the person who originally made the document had their own allegations of that exact kind of behavior. What is this, Schlepp? Picky is a PDF file, right?
Picky did not make the document. Picky did not post the document. Picky, like, I don't understand why you're like, oh, this the person that made the document. Picky didn't make the document. The person that made the document was the child that Schlepp's friend tried to groom. You
Remember,
dumbass.
guys, you see, guys. Notice how he was able to go and find Chibi's Google, address and Google Plus account. Which, by the way, most people don't even remember the whole Google Plus thing. So that's already another layer of creepy. But this guy couldn't even figure out who the predator in the situation was and who made the document.
Yeah. Rugar, this single-digit character is fictional. Now here's a Burger King in Germany. And then thank you, Saldai. Just now I'm seeing the video and I did not realize I looks like a vegan Wesker.
Who's Wesker? Who's Wesker? I need to know.
From Resident Evil.
I need to see this.
Google Albert Wesker.
Albert Wesker. Albert. Oh.
Your thoughts?
You can even compare this guy to internet anarchists. You see, this guy looks like he has inspired a generation. This internet anarchist looks like he inspired my 12-year-old to just think all adults are lame.
Fucking vegan Wesker. But yeah, no, just to cover everything he got wrong, Picky did not make the document. Picky was not the first person to post the document. Picky also reposted the document. Packer Girl did not repost Picky's post. Packer Girl got it from somebody else. The document, even though Schlepp accused it of being lies, is 100% true. Everybody has confirmed it is 100% true. There's not a single incorrect thing in the document. The argument is whether or not it matters. And I covered the full document on stream. If you want my teal deer, my genuinely unbiased teal deer, there's a lot of accusations in the document that are very gray area. And if it went to court, there would be a lot of he said, she said, and there would be a lot of maybe it's okay, maybe it isn't going on. It would be a big argument in court if it actually went to court. However,
but it's not. Oh.
However, Schlepp has specifically said that the exact allegations in that document, 100% black and white, make somebody a pedophile if they do that. So it is highly suspect that he believes everything in that document would make somebody a pedophile, yet he keeps friends that do that exact same behavior. It is somewhat of a telling on yourself moment. Anyways, as you were saying.
Oh no, pretty much basically just going off what you said. It's sus, but like you can't really do anything about it. There's also the fact that you would have to take it to court and they would have to get around statute of limitations and all that. So that's it.
After that, Chibi tried to flip the narrative and started flexing his engagement, talking about how the hate was paying his bills and showing off his numbers from the past couple of months.
He didn't try to flip the narrative, he just that is true.
Listen, I think it's cringe too, but like shut up. Like yeah. Like I said, I think what is it? Like I said, the thing is like half of this stuff like I would understand or I would agree with, because some of these I have had opinions on that I just have not said about Chibi. But number one, you defending doxing, so that's out. And number two, you're saying it with so much wrongness and so much idiocy that I'm going to disagree with you out of just contempt for who you are as a person. And the reason, what is it? Even this is also a funny thing, because you got to remember, most of these people aren't even like popular YouTubers.
Sorry, chat, my
Like,
plug came out.
Oh.
All I said was that, like, I didn't care. You're wrong. You're stupid. I don't understand why you want me to be on your side. You're defending actual criminals.
What is it? My thing is, like, you got to also remember, these people are not popular YouTubers. The most popular person we have seen in this video is freaking Chibi himself, and after 21 minutes, Schlep.
Yeah.
This guy is going to bat for literally random name bunch of numbers.
And thank you for the follow, Lord Sorberus. It's appreciated.
Can't even be more cringe
You
than
can't
this.
play the victim and then turn around and brag about profiting off the same situation without people calling it out.
Yes, you can.
If I had that type of money and I had that type of engagement and following, and I could if I really wanted to, but I'm not, because I actually have self-respect.
You
I would
can't
too.
brag about making money and then also complain that you get death threats. Why not? What kind of, like, psychotic ass take is that? Like, now you see why everybody was, like, dogging on him for this video. There's no way to come away from this video and be like, yeah, Chibi's the problem here.
Yeah, I think the worst part about this, actually no, the funniest part about this is, like, the best part about this, in fact, is the fact that this video was so garbage. This video was such another level of bad that people just aren't even watching it or even believing it if it was substantial.
Yeah.
That's how bad the video is. Like, even if people were to be misinformed, they literally can't, because everybody is just disagreeing.
I went to look for this video, then it disappeared. He deleted the original of it, and he re-uploaded it.
Meanwhile,
Was
Schlep
it-
came back with something a lot more serious. He said people were sharing explicit drawings of him as a child, using it as some kind of defense of Chibi.
So to point out, this was not a defense of Chibi. This person did not like Chibi. This person was also a child. This was the only drawing of this that existed. There was a second drawing that this same person did. This person is also literally a child, which is something that should have been taken into account before Schlep started, like, dogging on them.
Which is also what ruined Schlepp's reputation, because people are like, they're a child, why are you posting them?
Yeah. Schlep got one guyed by a child and then immediately proceeded to harass the child while saying, "You don't understand, I really care about children."
Okay, bro.
Knowing that he's a grooming survivor. After that, Schlep slowly stepped away from the whole thing.
Also, he said, with thousands of likes, knowing I'm a grooming survivor. Nobody knows that you're a grooming survivor. Nobody follows your fucking life, dude. This is something that, like, most people would get mocked for saying, right? If it was a less serious subject. Because it's like,
Yeah.
I am so ridiculously important that everybody on the internet knows my life story. No, I don't. I know, like, vaguely that you're the Roblox predator catcher guy, and that's it.
And even then, there are like so many Roblox predators. There's so many Roblox was it not only there's so many Roblox predators, there's just so many predator sting operations. I got a literal YouTube short of a guy who was gonna be accused of possibly being a pedophile because another VR chat person was doing a sting at the same time as them.
Oh yeah,
Like, you're not special.
Linda Underling says, he posted about his life online. What did he expect? Yeah, Schlep, what'd you expect? You're calling people pedos online. You gotta, like, you know, and you told people that this was a sore spot for you. What'd you expect to happen?
But Chibi didn't. He kept going for weeks, posting over and over defending Lolicon, keeping the argument.
Nobody cares. Schlep complaining about this bad taste joke, but then making fun of Chibi's brother's bone share, by the way. Hypocrisy at its finest. From Cobrax. Thank you. But yeah, no, Schlep... That's the thing. Schlep was complaining about, like, oh, people abused my trauma. The first thing you said to Chibi was, hey, your fiance left you. You can't do that. You can't swing low and then be like, somebody swung low back.
You can't do the whole an eye for an eye makes the whole world blind, and then you literally blinded like half the thing with like a black light.
Schlep was literally that stupid feminist meme of the lady throwing shit over the fence and a bunch of it getting thrown back and going, help, misogyny.
No, for real.
Argument alive long after everyone else was over it. Then, on April 19th, he posted another image defending and this was the breaking point for someone. That same day, a user named Taxed Brass quote-tweeted Chibi's post defending Lolicon with a line that immediately set everything off. He wrote, "It's just a drawing. Compelling argument. I'm digging up your brother and turning him into a chair," and attached an AI-generated image of a guy standing over a grave with a shovel.
Now you blur the grave? It's too late. You already posted it earlier in the video.
A lot of people didn't realize this at first, but this joke was actually a callback. It came from a video Big Bungie had made about Chibi a few weeks earlier, where he said something similar.
And he says, it's just drawings. Hey, it's fictional. It's not real. Well, okay. I'm gonna go dig up your brother's corpse. We're gonna turn him into a chair.
Still, the context didn't really matter once
Who
it
is
started
that?
spreading.
I don't know. Here's something that apparently retards on the internet need to have explained to them. The reason it's just a drawing, it's fictional, works for Lolly, is because the Lolly is not of a person. The Lolly never existed and never will exist. They don't have family that are real people. They don't look like a real person. It's literally, on every single level, not real. The reason the digging up the grave thing is a problem is because it is of a real person. It is of a real person that has real family. We have explained this before, but this is why Shadman got in trouble. Shadman got in trouble. Well, he technically didn't get in trouble. He could have gotten in trouble, and he probably should have. Because he drew real people as drawings. And once you are drawing real people, the rules change severely. As you were saying, sorry.
Oh no, no, pretty much just like what you said. The only thing that he got was cease and desisted by the guy who by the team that did Lieutenant, the girl who did the X-Men movie, because that just went so far. They were like, we got to get involved. Yeah. This guy is just stupid, and it wasn't okay when he said it. It's not okay when another memer says it.
Exactly.
What are we doing right now?
Saying the tweet blew up would be an understatement. It went fully viral and started trending across Twitter for hours, pulling in well over 100,000 likes. Memes spun out of it almost immediately. People were making videos, edits, variations of the joke, all racking up tens of thousands of likes on their own. For a while, it felt like it broke out of the usual circles and went semi-mainstream, at least on Twitter. Everywhere you looked, someone was talking about the guy who said he was going to turn Chibi's brother into a chair. Chibi saw it and responded by saying, "If you see that post, please report it. The police in the area are investigating and on watch right now. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, then leave it at that." That only made things worse. People immediately pointed out the irony. The original poster even leaned into it, saying that since the image was obviously fake, it seemed like lolicons suddenly couldn't tell the difference between fiction and reality.
You are genuinely a scumbag. Like, you are genuinely a piece of shit person.
Yeah.
Oh, lolicons can't distinguish fiction from reality when I AI generate photos of me desecrating their loved ones.
Also, please keep in mind, even though the guy in the photo is AI generated, that gravestone is not. It's been confirmed that that is a real picture. They were at the thing, took a picture of the grave, then AI'd their, well, quote unquote muscle persona, which is just proof of that they're a cuck, number one.
Yeah.
Over the gravestone. They were there in the area, and they likely did it because they knew that Chibi would call the cops as soon as they didn't leave the area.
Yeah. Also, yes, Cobrak says it. You physically cannot defend this when you are saying the lolly drawing is CP. It is impossible. For your entire position is untenable at this point. Because the only thing you are allowed to do, because of the position you have set up, is to say both of these are horrendous and wrong. But you can't do that. You're making excuses for one but not the other.
Well, you see, Chibi is cringe.
Yeah.
Into bone chairs is just an innocent kink. There shouldn't be any laws against bone chairs. Bone chairs are good, actually. AI bone chairing somebody is a victimless crime. Bone chairs are art. Just because I copied a bone chair from real life doesn't make it illegal. My new bone chair Oshi on Twitch shows.
Nobody has ever said because I drew a child from real life. Literally nobody. Ever. Ever.
I'm so glad this video is getting lambasted, because that means somebody has to be subjected to something as dumb as this.
Exactly.
This is like the dumbest and weakest defense I've ever seen. I've seen better arguments from Guro artists than this.
Yeah.
Fibula on the first day. Man, I wish I was invited to Bone Chair Island. Haha, not really. Wink wink. Isn't that right, my fellow bone chair enjoyers? I can't wait to go to a country where bone chairs are legal. Not that I would actually make a bone chair, haha, but I do love bone chairs. That line spread almost as fast as the original tweet, but Chibi kept going. 1.2 million people have seen the post of my brother's grave, and people cheering for the person to dig it up. I reported it hours ago and it's still up. Pay close attention to those retweeting my docs and happy about it. These ghouls want to run me off and threaten me by dragging my deceased family into it. They want you all dead and your family too over drawings. Let this be a mask-off moment for many to see. They will commit a felony over someone being anti-censorship for fictional content.
These people want me to die. That's what they want. They want to drive me to the point of insanity to be done. That's what they want.
Even Big Bungie, the guy who originally made the joke that inspired the tweet, ended up chiming in as it kept spiraling, claims he's been doxxed, and then immediately makes a 5-minute video confirming and publicizing the information while lying about the details so he can grift sympathy from his soft skull audience. At a certain point, he just does it to himself. Everything really.
You are actively giving a platform to criminals. Like, I don't think you realize that to a degree. I genuinely think he thinks this is okay.
Yeah.
But no, you are actively giving a platform to criminals who are genuinely evil people. Yeah, according to Nunleaf, when you read that out loud, you should redo your last few minutes. Like, you are reading this. In your recording booth, you are reading this. And at no point did you read that out and go, that guy sounds kind of psychopathic. Maybe I need to redo what I'm doing here.
No, you see, it does sound psychopathic, but I hate Chibi more, so psychopath away.
really came to a head on April 24th when Chibi posted that law enforcement was now involved and claimed that evil Kiwi Farms people were trying to pay $200 to have him shot. Since rumors are spreading why the law enforcement is involved, the short summary is that Kiwi Farms was trying to pay a teen $200 to come to my house to get shot or me get shot. They were actively encouraging an assassination attempt against my life. If you're just scrolling past that with no context, it sounds serious. You see, with something like that, you assume there must be real evidence behind it. You don't expect someone to attach screenshots that completely contradict what they're claiming, but that's exactly what happened. He posted 3 images, and when you actually look at them, the story starts falling apart almost immediately. The first screenshot shows someone on Kiwi Farms talking about a post from a completely different site, the Soy Jack Party, with a comment about how they live 40 minutes away and it would be funny to go to his house. The caption on it tries to frame it like an active threat coming from Kiwi Farms, but it's not. It's someone reacting to something posted elsewhere. The second image is more of the same, people discussing what someone else said. No direct threats, no plans.
So his
You can
literal
see them up
logic
here. They
is-
want it to happen. Oh, sorry, you disconnected. I gotta move you back around.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. What is it? Literally, this guy literally just said, "Well, you see, it's all jokes because the threat came somewhere else."
Yeah.
Checkmate, Chibi.
Nothing that actually lines up with the way Chibi presented it. In an
Why don't you read it? Why are you just scrolling over it? You read the other thing. Why aren't you reading
but
it?
It's not. It's someone reacting to something posted elsewhere. The second image is more of the same. People.
The user said they were kind of scared of his gun, which a fellow teen pointed out that he could go in the middle of the night. If anything, I low-key kind of want Chibi to pull a boogie, not because I want the soy teen shot, which I don't, because it would be very
discussing what
funny
someone else said. No direct threats, no
to see Chibi pull a boogie and make himself look even worse.
plans, nothing that actually lines up with the way.
And the other person says, I haven't done any Chibi sleep tracking or anything, but you might want to watch for neat hours. A respectable 9 a.m. start might do the job. Worst case, you catch him on a 30-hour bender waving a knife around if the earlier wellness check has any merit. Like you're saying, oh, well, they're not doing it. He didn't say they were doing it. He said they were encouraging it, which they are. They are factually planning out how this kid does it. Which I'll point this out too. And this might get me in trouble with Green Reddit again, because Green Reddit's been on my fucking ass. But Green Reddit, the actual higher-ups at Green Reddit, stopped talking about this issue completely. Because they realized there's genuine problems where they could get in trouble for this. So they just immediately, when this came out, they stopped talking about Chibi completely. They just cut it. And they just started saying, oh, that guy on Twitter that I don't like that's a lolicon. They wouldn't even say his name anymore. Because this is actual criminal behavior, and they had to immediately cut themselves off from it.
Well, that's what happens when you're an idiot.
But this dumbass is reading it out and not realizing that, even the owners of the website realize they should probably take a step back. Nah, it's probably fine.
Okay, bro.
Chibi presented it. In another tweet, he claims people are trying to fund an assassination attempt against him. Kiwi Farms owner Josh has people right now on his platform trying to fund an assassination attempt on me. Less than 20 minutes ago, the screenshots he uses show 2 users talking about starting a fundraiser for
Try to go fund me for it.
what they call an RN squad, with someone throwing out the number $200. I'm not going to tell you what RN stands for, so I'll let you fill in the blanks. That's it, so you're left with a pretty obvious question. Are these people seriously organizing an RN squad hit for $200? Or is this just another edgy joke on a site that thrives on this kind of humor?
You
This guy literally
cannot make edgy, quote-unquote, jokes about killing real, named people. You are not allowed to do that. You can make edgy jokes about death in general. You can make edgy jokes about murder in general. You cannot specify a specific person and then call it a joke. Dumbasses. It just...
You hurt the brain.
Again, they do not understand. The fiction part of it's just fictional goes away when you start including real people in it. That is why the lolicons will always have a step over you, because everything in their space is completely fictional, not real people that don't exist. Oh, Jesus Christ.
It doesn't take much to figure out which one makes more sense. Chibi followed that up by posting a picture of himself talking to the police, saying he was in contact with law enforcement. On April 26th, he posted a photo of a letter he claimed was a threat on his life that he received in the mail. The letter itself reads like something an edgy teenager would write as a joke.
You can't do that. You cannot send shit to people's mailboxes, even as a quote-unquote joke.
Number one, that's a threat. Guy's so stupid.
The threat I put in your mailbox was just a joke, bro.
Yeah, that's what your mom said.
You effed up bad. You effed up having CSEM on Defiant Art. You effed up trying to...
Did you?
Are you retarded? I'm not one of those people to be like, oh, you've made a spelling mistake, kid. But Defiant Art?
His brother's been on the internet for a hot minute and can't say deviant art.
You know deviant's a word, right? That's where the website gets its name from. Oh, my head.
I'm surprised this didn't get circulated around.
Somebody clip him saying that for me, and I'm gonna use it as a fucking, I'm gonna use it as a YouTube thing.
take down my first video on you. You effed up in playing part in suspending my account. You effed up scamming your fan base. And you effed up making an enemy of me. Now, I'm going to make sure I strip everything away from you. The real problem is what he did next. He included the full name and address of the person who supposedly sent it. At that point, there are only a couple of possibilities. Either the letter was fake and he put a random person's information out there, or someone actually sent it but used a fake name, and Chibi ended up doxing an unrelated person by mistake. Because seriously, why would anyone include a link to their Twitter account in a threatening letter like that? As it turns out, the real name on that letter belongs to a real person, an online VTuber with no connection to any of this.
I don't doubt that Sunwitch would have done some dumb shit like that.
So now you've got a situation where best case he acted recklessly, and worst case he dragged an uninvolved person into this for no reason.
You cannot make the argument that somebody acted recklessly, by the way. Also, like, you're sitting here saying, well, he should have assumed that the address on the letter he received in his mail was fake. Do you know how the American mail system works at all?
No. This brother can't even say deviant. You expect him to know how mail works?
Clearly, someone sent that letter wanting him to post the address and name he put, and he fell right into it. The reaction was split. Some people took his side and treated it like a serious situation. Others saw it for what it looked like and mocked the whole thing. That's where it stands for now, and given how everything else has played out, it's hard to believe that's the end of it. Overall, it is hilariously ironic that the world's #1 lolicon defender ended up in a situation where he called real law enforcement over an AI-generated photo. The one single
It's not ironic. You guys, you do not understand what that word means if you think that. One of those is an actual crime. The other is not.
You know what's ironic? This guy's existence. How Internet Anarchist ruined his career in literally 24 hours. That's what we should name this video.
You know, it's kind of ironic that this guy who collects guns and preaches proper gun safety shot an intruder. Like, isn't it wild that he would do something so contradictory to his entire existence? No? What?
singular thing that he's known for, the one hill that he has died on over and over again, saying countless times how it's just pixels on a screen. It's not illegal. But when confronted with pictures that he doesn't personally like, even if they are fake pixels on a screen, he immediately folds and tries to contact the authorities. Lolicon as a topic will probably be one of the most controversial.
This guy is such a moron.
That's what the only thing you got out of it?
No, I genuinely like this is one of those throw shit at the wall kind of videos.
This is literally the video of all time.
And for good reason. Many people have extremely negative experiences with it, and you can't blame them. People like Null, who previously moderated sites like 9chan, say that during their years of moderation on one of the most toxic places on the internet, it was always the lolicon people that would eventually post CSAM onto the boards.
And he was wrong. So here's the thing, is he ran a website, or he ran part of a website where it had a lolicon board. And actual pedophiles came to the board and started posting in it. And instead of him banning them, he was just like, no, all lolicons do this. He just assumed that because pedophiles showed up, that lolicons were pedophiles. Instead of dealing with the problem.
I'm not trusting anybody with a profile picture like that. That is pure D furry.
Yeah.
Someone said that I should explain why, and I'll just read a post that I said. Why would I say that lolicon is child pornography? Why would I do that when I said this in January of this year? And the underlined part is, anyone who, and this is me who wrote this, anyone who clutches pearls are fags, and the rationalization that there is some sort of lolicon to child rape as gateway has absolutely zero evidence to back that up.
Just so you know, Internet Anarchist, it doesn't matter if you said it. If somebody else says it in your video and you play that audio, that still goes to your monetization.
Yep.
So I don't know why you're so retarded that you didn't censor this, when you took all this time to censor all of these words that were in this message.
He's letting his inner green Reddit come out.
He is such an idiot. This is actually like genuinely just him being an idiot. Because I can only imagine he's like, well, I'm not saying it, so it's okay. Yeah, well, YouTube doesn't care who says it. They care that it's in your video.
This guy is so stupid.
I found my evidence while hosting 9chan. That is the answer. The same exact people who were posting lolicon on the lolly boards were the same people posting child pornography on B. I have zero doubt in my mind at this point that there is not a huge overlap in those two groups.
That's not to say that Chibi has CSAM on his computer for sure, and this is not an accusation of any kind. However, when you make yerking off to cartoons,
there is no however. You are making an accusation now.
Way to cover yourself legally by saying for sure.
Yeah.
cartoon drawings of young and underage girls a core part of your identity, you cannot blame people for raising a few eyebrows. I mentioned before how the defining feature of a lolcow is the inability to learn or adapt from one's prior mistakes.
You mean like uploading the same video a second time after getting your ass reamed out by the entire internet?
Last I saw, I think his video was a 2K likes, 4K dislikes.
But after After thinking about it with Chibi, I just had a realization that seems obvious in hindsight. Chibi thinks his way of adapting and overcoming is by intentionally stoking the fire and provoking his haters to keep him relevant. It's the same strategy he has implemented when it comes to making bait tweets about lolicon or being annoying.
You are... Stop with the censoring. I literally can't understand what you're even trying to say at this point, because there were 2 words there, so I have no idea what the second word even was. I could guess the first word was probably incest.
On purpose to drive attention and boost metrics.
Also, I have to say this. That's not a strategy Chibi came up with. There are literally dozens of creators on Twitter that is the entire basis of how they make money. I'm not saying it's good. I wouldn't do it. I don't tweet anything that I don't believe. But I think all of us are kind of aware that outrage marketing is a thing. Like, I mean, like, show of hands, chat. Did you know that outrage marketing is a thing that people do? Or as some people might call it, rage baiting?
Sorry, what is it? Yeah, no, I'm adding to that. I'm checking the thing right now. YouTube likes, dislike, and let's see. So take it with a grain of salt because speculation. We're at 3.2k likes, 5.6k dislikes.
Yeah, it's not going well for him.
No. His new video that he uploaded 10 hours ago because he realized he was getting beat in the quote retweets.
He uploaded a new video?
Immediately, like 10 hours ago.
We'll go look at that in a minute. We're not going to watch it, but we'll look at the comments.
Yeah.
Short term, this is a great plan. But if you look at anyone that's used this strategy in the past, you will find that long term, this kind of thing never works. Now, this isn't...
Are you going to name anybody?
No.
As much as I hate rage bait has in fact worked in the long term.
Ongoing situation that's already had developments as I'm working on this video. So make sure you subscribe because part 2 is definitely coming out and may or may not be worse than what you just heard in this video.
Part 2 is never coming out. Everybody knows it's a lie. Because there's nothing else to cover. Like, nobody knows what he's even talking about, what else he's going to talk about.
It's like part 2, bro. If he makes a part 2, it's going to be the funniest day on the internet.
Yeah, so if you go to the comments of the Chibi video, damage is already done, no walking this one back, bud. Imagine using green Reddit as a source. Green Reddit really took off, by the way, as a term. That's one of the reasons why Kiwi Farms quieted down after the Mimi Yanagi stuff. Because everyone is genuinely making fun of them on the internet now.
Yeah.
Bro thought if he tried again at midnight, we wouldn't notice. Video so shite, he had to post it twice. Welcome to the puddle. I only follow flat chests. Remember, people, those who shout wolves the loudest are 100% wolves themselves. Yeah, he got doxxed, but he deserved it for shit posting online. Me when I lie, spread misinfo with a hit piece and attempting to defame someone. Remember, people, if you're rightfully harassed for slandering someone, just do it again. Slop tubers try not to spread misinformation challenge. Bro needs that rent money. This is a re-upload, lol. Yeah, I may have doxed you and threatened to kill you, but you were weird, and that's worse. When you get everything so wrong, you have to do it twice. Like, nobody is on your side in this, bro. You are getting reamed. Hey, look, it's Hurtbox.
Yes.
Hi, Hurtbox. This one about as well as expected. Should have stopped after how bad the first round went.
Listen, all I'm saying is we need to read his own comments because he started responding to everyone. After all, we have to follow the example. if you keep posting and responding to the haters, you're a lol count.
Has he responded to any of the top comments here? Video was so bad he took it down almost immediately. No, there was an editing mistake that lasted about 6 seconds, and a YouTube studio bug that resulted in the entire video having a large blur. Better to fix it and re-upload than leave it as is.
Okay, bro.
I like that YouTube does that so you can tell who all they replied to. Anyone else see the screenshot of Internet Anarchist thirsting after that high school girl? Why is it always the same people who go after fictional content? Completely fabricated screenshot, already debunked.
Do you know about that?
I don't.
So what happened was that after the video came out, someone faked the screenshot of Internet Anarchist because, you know, people were calling out the fake tweet. So someone made a fake tweet of Internet Anarchist saying like, man, she's so pretty. I wish I was in high school again. And so he got mad on Twitter because he's like, Chibi retweeted his tweet to his fans and are harassing me about a fake tweet of me liking a high schooler. And Chibi ended up deleting it and apologizing, but then he just kept going on about being like, you now your followers think I'm a real pedophile.
Good, sucks to be you. Somebody says, is fiction real yet? No, alright then. He replies, nobody said it was real. The objection is that it's often drawn to sexualize kids. It's fiction, describes the format, not the purpose. You're defending the purpose by pretending we're confused about the format. I have no idea what this idiot's trying to say half the time. Internet Anarchist defending real pedophiles, what a time to be alive. This is completely false. Criticizing Lolly doesn't equal defending pedophiles.
I think it is.
You can't let yourself get one guide by random people in the comments, dude.
His
Had to
brother used
re-upload because of the
random
backlash. Nope, read pinned comment. Why are you replying to all these people? Lolly's a character type. Your definition of tourist comes from an AI overview of a Reddit thread. We're not even 5 minutes in. It says he replies in here. One look at your YouTube bio explains everything. Is that...
Oh, I remember that. I ended up responding because that's like the one thing I said.
Lolly is love and Cunny is life.
Hold on.
Should have just stopped comments.
It was so...
Did he finally learn his lesson after a little bit and stop replying to people? No.
Considering he replied to a little bit too many people, this will happen again.
Oh god, you're an auntie. You make good videos, but I have to unsubscribe on principle because you can't tell the difference between lines and sometimes colors on a page and actual PDF content. You're helping to weaken the term PDF file because you're using it to describe people who enjoy fictional drawings rather than real criminals who do harm to real children that the word is intended for. If you're a lolly incest enjoyer, please go ahead and unsubscribe. Also, yes, chat, I'm going to continue doing sassy gay chills.
I mean, that's what he is.
I used to watch that guy's videos all the time. So I'm very used to the voice.
Oh. This guy's an idiot.
Yeah, it looked like he eventually it's more spread out. Gotta re-upload because the last time you posted it was downvoted to hell. He says, read pinned comment. Why are you replying to that, people? Oh yeah, I forgot. Here's mine. Genuinely can't believe you're so hard up for ad revenue that you'd repost this after getting completely BTFO'd for how bad it was.
Yeah, that sounds about right. This video was garbage.
Oh, it's pretty rough.
No, what is it? I commented because again, like you said, we were gonna watch it, and I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna see.
You're gonna wait.
At least see the beatdown. I want to at least see the beatdown. I still think it's hilarious how it's like, one look at your YouTube bio. It's like, we're looking at YouTube bios now? Now I've seen every.
He liked one comment. Every time a video comes out against lolicons, the worst people you know start mass brigading it and drowning out all the sensible discussion with cope and seethe. Truly amazing. He liked it. He got 24 likes.
Okay,
I think that's the only one I've seen that he's actually liked.
I can see why.
Yeah, there's not much else through here. So I'm gonna do, because you said his new video wasn't going well. I was gonna check the comments on it, maybe.
Oh no, I said he uploaded it apparently 10 hours ago, and I'm just like, it took you that long to try and drown out the engagement, huh?
Fair. So these are just people talking about Vsauce. So yeah, it didn't really affect him that much.
Yep. Listen, it's gonna happen again, and we're all gonna make fun of him for it.
Well, this guy replies, IDK, if you'll see this comment, I hope you do. I prefer this more positive style of video. Constant controversy coverage, and this guy fucked up, that guy fucked up was tiring. Keep making more of these style every now and then to lighten the mood of your videos. Making this kind of video is fun. Unfortunately, most people don't choose to watch positive videos, resulting in almost guaranteed poor performance for these kind of vids. Glad you enjoyed it, though. There's more to come.
That's not true.
People love positive videos. You just suck at it.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. It depends on the audience you cultivate. Because there's some people that solely do positive videos, and their videos do great. They do fantastic. But if that person one day decided to do a negative video, nobody watches it. Because that's not the audience they've cultivated. They've cultivated an audience of people who like positivity. You've cultivated an audience of people that love negativity, that love to hate things. So yeah, when you make a positive video, they're not going to watch it. They don't like that from you.
What is it? Not only that, but like, you have your audience is literally saying right now, I want to see more videos like that. And your first response is, well, it won't do good in the algorithm, so I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
Have fun getting waterlogged, bro.
Like, there's stuff I do that I know won't perform well, but it's like my people like it. Like, so I'm going to do it for my people. Like, it might not do well with randoms on the internet, but my people aren't randoms on the internet. My people are my people.
Yep.
And I think that's something that he doesn't really understand. Something a lot of these creators don't understand.
Well, that's the thing. They always want to do the whole... Because you can tell from the way he was doing the Chibi video, that he was trying to game the algorithm. He's like, Chibi's a hot topic right now. If I put the video out there, it's going to be my best video. And then it didn't, it just everybody collectively was like, you're an idiot. Don't post again.
I'm going to end the poll here, but we got 283 votes. 7% of people say that he's just baiting. 93% say he's just retarded.
To be fair, I voted too, so my vote counts. We all know.
Here's one more we'll do before we go.
Remember, chat, don't be idiots.
There you go, chat. One more poll before we leave for the night. Will part 2 actually come out? Yes, no, or his channel is going to explode.
It's not even going to explode because it did badly one day. It's literally just gonna explode.
Yeah, like spontaneous combustion out of nowhere. Just... no rhyme or reason, just gone.
Watch him end up finding this video and he's going to be like, the end of Mizutamari.
He's just going to share the stupid Rima video everywhere.
Oh, I was thinking he was going to literally just go through your entire streaming history and then just find, I'm right. It's just going to be base. And number 2, even if he did share that video is so garbage that any normal person, with a brain even his own audience is like, this is just a stupid video. Who is this lady?
So far, a couple people actually do believe the video will come out. I'm not saying you're wrong. I think there's a possibility.
There's a possibility, but if it comes out, we're all laughing at it again.
Share the Rima video in green Reddit threads. Unironically, I talked about this when it happened, but the Mimi Yanagi thread got so derailed, they were literally only talking about me at one point.
Yeah, sounds about right. People can't resist you.
Chat, I would talk about the Off-Kai drama. Actually, do you want to talk about the Off-Kai drama real quick? Do you know much about it?
I know, like, I know a little bit about it. It's just the whole sex work thing.
Yeah, so there is, I do have a problem with it after reading more into it. Because originally I kind of didn't care. Because if you've never been to Anime Expo, what Anime Expo does is they do have not safe for work in the main convention hall. However, the not safe for work is typically in the back corner. Everybody that's not safe for work has to be in a booth together. And then they put the booth in a red curtain that you have to go through a front area to get in. And they have guards at the front area that are checking everybody's IDs. They also do like the thing where the door is a curtain, but it's completely closed, so you can't even see into it until you like physically enter it.
Okay.
So it's completely invisible until you've actually entered it, and you can't enter it until they check your ID. So what they are trying to do to get around this sort of thing is they are putting a Fansly booth with the V-Bimbo VTubers on the main exhibition hall. And to prevent having it to go into like an adult-only area, they're just saying, well, we're not going to put adult stuff on our booth. And some people are like, oh, that's fine, that's perfect. Except, imagine the example I used, because I do believe it is a 100% analogous example, is would you go to an all-ages event and the main floor had a booth for porn stars, and the booth was specifically for their porn star production company? Would you be okay with it as long as there was no actual porn on the booth? And it's like, I don't think most people would, because they'd be like, no, I don't want like my children exposed to the porn star company. What are you talking about?
No, pretty much. What is it? Because like I said it earlier too. Because like somebody tried posting about it and being like, yes, something V-Bimbo and all that type of stuff. And they were like, they see worse stuff at school and at home and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, number one, they shouldn't. That's where teachers step in. That's the whole point of them going to school and why teachers exist, so that they don't. And that's why the school blocks it. If they get away with seeing it, is because their friends snuck it in school, and then they had to go behind the bleachers, and then they had to go behind further into the bleachers so that nobody could see them and nobody could catch them.
Yeah.
And number two, if they're seeing it at home, either mom and dad left the computer unattended, or they just have unsupervised vision. To which then, at that point, that's just bad parenting.
Yeah.
You're just an idiot.
And thank you, Nakamichi, for the super. It says he's going to pull a dev. He'll keep saying he'll make the video, but will never work on it or upload it. Fair. But yeah, the thing is, even if I wanted to make a defense for them, the VTubers defending it are the dumbest motherfuckers alive. I swear to God. Give me a sec, because there's a couple of them I retweeted, because I was going through them, I'm like, are you all stupid? What the fuck?
Yes, this is Twitter after all.
So one of them was Darius, who I've made fun of Darius before because he's an idiot.
It's that freaking bear guy, ain't it?
It's the bear guy.
That is like he's literal. Every time I see him, he makes me rage, so I blocked him.
Yeah.
I'm like, you cannot have this many dumb takes back to back. I can't stand it.
Yeah. So his take was everyone talking about Fansly being an off-kai, but no one talks about samples of gamer sups and G Fuel given to children at most cons, which is catastrophically worse.
Okay, number one, that's like saying getting shot in the knee and getting shot in the stomach is not at that bad. Number one, both are bad. You shouldn't be giving any child an energy drink. Number two, I don't care. Both are bad. Both have a devastating impact on your life. Like, hello?
This is one of those
That's
things
why
you
it's
were reading it and you're like, what do you mean giving a kid gamer subs is worse than grooming them? Is there something you would like to tell us? Not just worse than grooming them, catastrophically worse. Like, what?
Well, you see, giving them a crippling porn addiction is not as bad as dying and living in this abomination of a planet.
So, this Nikaishi Kitsune VTuber said VTubing has gotten so inherently sexualized and degenerate, by the way, for those of you who don't know, that VTubers very regularly have orgies and sex parties together at events. It happens virtually every big event with VTubers in attendance, like Off-Kai. And this is specifically in relation to the Off-Kai thing, to which somebody called SB replied, "Holy fuck, you people actually don't go outside. LMFAO. People meeting others with their same interest for the first time, drink alcohol, and have sex? There aren't enough languages in the world for me to describe how bitchless you are."
Okay,
and there are multiple people that replied to them. They're like, "Oh my god, you're so bitchless. Why do you have a problem with the orgies?" And it's like, what?
So here's the thing. I'm not gonna have herpes after that. You are, however, but I ain't gonna stop you.
Yeah. I did reply to her, and I said, "Hun, IDK had to break the news to you. This isn't normal. You're just actually a whore."
No, you're not wrong about that. Like, people be like, well, the people back then, the people talk about it as a story they did back then in their youth. They didn't brag about it when they were young. And if they did, it wasn't around kids and their parents. Because that's creepy and weird. You're creepy and weird.
Also, the V-Bimbo girls one of them made a tweet that they got reamed for, and they deservedly so. She said, "I've stayed quiet about all of this, but it's plain and simple. 1, myself and the V-Bimbo girls thank you for the free promo. 2, conventions have always been like this. It's not new, and Off-Kai takes great care to protect everyone and make people feel safe. 3, OMG, we have boobs. Yes, we do. Thanks for noticing.
Oh, that's the one I saw earlier.
4, Fansly takes great care at conventions and has never been explicit at conventions. 5, kids are exposed to worse things at school and online. The amount of times I was shown stuff when sitting in my classroom is insane.
Was the teacher there?
You should not be saying that when you're the one that is in question. Because what that means to everybody who's looking at you is you're saying, kids see worse at school all the time. It's fine if I expose them to it too. No. No, what? No.
Not only that, but like, okay, you have seen stuff at school. When I was in school, I didn't, and I still wouldn't want my kids or even just anybody around me seeing that, because you gotta understand people's comfort level. Like, what? Just because you're an adult doesn't mean you want to interact with not safe for work things all the time.
Yeah. Or
you want to see not safe for work things all the time. Because again, it just means you're a whore.
Yeah.
And I'm not someone who goes around saying whore.
Which, by the way, and I said this in a tweet, it's 2026. You're allowed to be a slut. Like, nobody is legally stopping you from being a slut. Just stop telling me it's normal.
I said this. I kept saying this because people keep trying to do this. People want to do the whole sex work meme, but they don't want sex work consequences. You're gonna get sex work consequences. That's on you. Stop trying to be like, oh, it's normal, and then be sad when you lose 50 sponsors because they don't work with sex workers. And it's like, well, I wouldn't need them anyway. Well, you still want to get big in this space, and you still want to keep trying to, what is it? You want the idle money, but you don't want to do the idle stuff, so the companies aren't going to go to you. They're going to go to the actual idols who know how to do idle things and not sell their cooch for $5.
There was this one VTuber called Asperia Bloodlust who said, "Hey, other VTubers, please stop normalize being a whore. No normal person wants to see your holes for less than the price of a cheeseburger. Thank you." Which apparently their model is a succubus, so they had a whole bunch of people calling them out for being a succubus. Which I could pull up any number of a bajillion tweets of people going, like this Sav Houndmon VT person who said anti-whore, literally a succubus VTuber, bunch of question marks. But the only one I think that matters is the last one I found that I posted on Twitter by somebody called Luna Bell. It says, "I have 3 kids to feed, 2 cats and a dog, and I've never felt more comfortable in a job. I adore being a sex worker and a VTuber. I love my body, and if I can get paid for it, hell yeah, bro. Can't be a succubus VTuber and slut shame, not in the big 2026. Plus, my subscription cost $5, and a cheeseburger cost more than that with tax."
That's not the own you think, girl. That's not the own you think it is. That's not the own you think it is. That's sad.
I do think a couple people misread their tweet because a lot of people seem to think she was an actual mother. No, when she says 3 kids, she means her cats and dogs. She's a pet mom.
Okay, girl. Oh my gosh, these people just don't get this. This is sad. This is pathetic. It's another level of pathetic.
I like this one from this Vexy person. "Why are we shaming sex workers in 2026? Because they're sex workers. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
Here's the thing. I understand some people need food on the table, and listen, I said it like this. Listen. There's no difference between an assassin and a sex worker. Nobody likes it, but someone's got to put food on the table. You just got to remember, sex work and assassination have sex worker and assassination consequences. Someone's getting irreparably damaged, whether you die or whether you get a crippling addiction.
Yeah. I've said this before. It's perfectly fine if you want to be like an internet whore. That's okay. But stop telling everybody that it makes you like a pure pretty princess or some shit. Just admit you're weird. Like, that's all anybody is asking for most of the time, is just to admit that you're a weirdo. And they're like, "Well, would you admit you're a weirdo?" Yeah, I would. Yeah. I do it all the time. I don't give a shit.
It's like, but I don't want to be a weirdo. I want to make money off the nerds without making money off the nerds. But I want to make money off the nerds.
It's so dumb.
These are the people that want to make the money. Again, they want sex work, but they don't want sex work consequences, and then they complain about why sex work has sex work consequences, and then still do sex work and has sex work consequences. These people drive me nuts.
They will always drive me nuts. Also, poll is doing pretty well. We have 15% yes, 41% no, 44% his channel will explode.
Also, did you read the rest of her reply? Because I had to respond to one that caught my eye. Like, I think we've lost the plot.
Which one? Is it the one I was just reading?
Yeah, the one with the long list. And she was literally like, "Don't assume all VTubers are white." And I'm like, "Ma'am, this is an Asian medium." The last thing I'm thinking of is you're white. In fact, I think you're Asian most of the time.
I did not see that bit.
Oh my gosh.
Don't assume everyone behind VTubers are white. I like this one. Not safe for work creators are some of the nicest and most welcoming people, and I've always felt safe in this community. I've said this before. I used to do like not safe for work content creation. They're the most backstabbing, evil bitches you will meet in your entire life. Every conversation they have with you is a way to make money and also knock you down a peg. Every single one.
This I'm not shocked by. People do that in regular content creation. What makes you think they weren't going to do it in sex work?
Yeah. It's so much worse for them. They're all like nasty, skanky bitches. Also, I have to mention this because somebody also shared this. This same girl, who is Ravenna from VBimbo, has another account for her 18 plus stuff called Ravenna Nya. where she made a random fucking accusation at Celestium, where she said, "Hi, I'm the lady you had a run-in with. You blamed me for my rape when I was 5 years old and told me it was my fault because I was full of sin."
Huh? I'm sorry, huh?
Same girl that made that log thread about the Offkai stuff said this to Celestium, immediately deleted the tweet. But it was just so nobody knows I'm lying, or nobody thinks I'm lying. I'll scoot me and Kindred down a little bit, so you can see it behind us here.
I think we lost the plot. I think.
Oh, it didn't swap over. Whoops. But yeah, here it is, chat. Ravenna VA. Hi, I'm the lady you had a run with. You blamed me for my rape when I was 5. She then immediately blocked Celestium to try and prevent her from responding. But obviously Celestium was going to respond to this. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And she immediately deleted her tweet right after. Did not waste any time in removing that.
This... okay, like, this whole, you know, I'm so caught off guard.
I think most people would be.
I can't even say this is the world we live in. This is just a special kind of stupid that needs to be taken out back, like the Shark Tank people say. It needs to be taken out back and shot. Like, I feel bad for you, but, like, why are we blaming this on a VTuber? Like, this is... I can't even say if it's terminally online or not.
Yeah.
Like... I'm so confused.
It's just, like, psycho behavior. And it's weird to me that people feel so comfortable just making up lies like this. It's weird... Oh. It just, like, have no shame at all in saying it. They're just like, yeah, no, I'll say shit. It's fine.
Again, I'm not someone who shames somebody for, like, sex. If you, again, you gotta put food on the table. The issue is when you become white and privileged about it, because it's usually mostly white privileged people that do this. And I'm not someone who usually says that, despite the contrary of what Mizu's channel has turned me into. But this is peak white privilege.
But chat, we're gonna escape for the night. On YouTube, I'm sending you guys to the almighty Lolly, and on Twitch, I'm sending you guys to Leaflet. So, everybody have a good night. We'll be back tomorrow for Lawtisms and some cardboard crack.
Yes.
Bye, everybody.